Welcome to the original Next Level Gaming.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the original Next Level Gaming, the NLG show. Want to say hello to everybody on YouTube and for the very first time. For the very first time. Now, I still have to work on the chat, getting the chat up in here and figuring that out, but we are live on Rumble. So
let's get ready to rumble!
Yes!
Into the Rumble.
I'll be honest with you. You guys know YouTube is pulled on my last nerve, and I started looking at alternatives for us, and especially after like Monday, not Monday, on Sunday with Sunday's stream of the Xbox showcase. It took all of 5 minutes to get copyright claimed. We couldn't even get out of the first trailer, and we were getting copyrighted. So, I was like, you know what? It's time. It's time to start figuring this out. Last night, I did our first ever live stream over there. I did some Jedi Survivor. And you guys know I've been uploading some of our NLG Spotlight videos. The Amico videos are over there. My Donkey Kong videos over there. Some of the other Spotlight stuff. It's so far so good. We'll see if we can build up over there. And if you guys on the YouTube side, if you're tired of YouTube like we are, start coming over to Rumble. The chat, I'll be honest with you, the chat room's really nice there. There's some quirks, some things that we have to some things they need
Bring
to
back Mixer.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
There's some things they need to work on a little bit. For example, they need to give you more than 24-hour live stream scheduling, but other than that, it seems like it is the video quality is really good. So we're gonna let it ride for a bit and see what happens. What's the worst that can happen, right?
Exactly.
So
One viewer.
that's right. Hey, cousin Borns over there. So now I have to figure out how to get the chat. What I might have to do is kind of split the chat up between.
You know what? It doesn't let you do the. It's the same thing that I have at YouTube on mobile. When you add somebody, it's like you have to type the name instead of it's, automatically.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that even works. Maybe they don't use it that way. I don't know.
I don't know. Again, this is all new to me. It's something that I'm just kind of looking at, for us. So, a new adventure, like Starfield,
Yeah.
our new, the first new platform for us in 8 years.
Ooh.
Been that long since Twitch?
Oh, that's right. I forgot about our small stint on Twitch.
Man, you can't forget about Twitch.
Yeah, you can. That was a pain in the rear though, because with Twitch, I remember with Twitch, it took forever for me to I had to remember to bring the show over to YouTube or we lost it. We actually lost episodes over there because of that.
Mm.
So,
Those were the forbidden episodes.
yeah. So, but I think what I'm going to do is figure out the best way to bring both chats in. For now, we'll keep an eye on that chat. I kind of like the way that chat room looks too. The color of the colors of different people. The things you can do, it's kind of funny too, because you can actually, with YouTube, you have two choices. If you want to time somebody out, you can time them out. If you want to, just ban them altogether, you do that. But you can also, over on Rumble, you can time someone out just for that live stream and let them back in the next stream. So if somebody's misbehaving, but you want to give them another shot, you don't have to ban them for life. So plus, as Peter just showed in the chat there, the emojis are free.
Yeah.
So, hang on a second.
I finally have emojis.
What emojis?
Yeah, I gotta upload a whole bunch. I'm gonna upload a whole bunch.
Oh, you're talking about the doing custom ones.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So,
I was gonna say.
yeah, it's kind of cool. So
Yeah.
let me.
Well, we can continue streaming both, and keep working it.
Well, yeah, let's see what happens, right?
But I don't see
what's the
abandoning
worst
YouTube anytime soon.
No, I don't either. Unfortunately, it's the it's the 100-pound monster in the room. You can't, what are you gonna do? But I'll relish any opportunity to, if there's any opportunity to at some point roll out and give them the your number one salute. No, I will happily do that, because I've honestly just had enough of them. Between the monetization issues, their inability to protect their users, their inability to protect minors. I've got nothing for them. So what I might do too is my next comparing the classics video, which I've been, threatening to finally start working on again, which will be my Pac-Man video, might be a Rumble exclusive. We'll see. So, so anyway, that's what's going on there. So, real quick in the chat, and then I'll see how everybody's weekend was. I just want to say hi to Back from the Dead, Brother Infinite is here tonight.
Do we know him?
Back.
It's right.
He's that new live gamer that plays live games now on Retro.
Yeah, that's right. I missed it because I had scouts. They were playing Ultima. Got to be happy about that. Oh, so Brother Boogeyman is here. Now, these are the folks that are over on YouTube right now. Brother Boogie is here. Brother Driz is here. Brother Blackcard, what's up, man? Good to see you, my brother. So Cousin Born rolled over to Rumble, so he's over there in the Rumble chat room, all by himself. So if anybody wants to go and hang out with him, that'd be great.
Himself. He's with Chris and I right down there.
Well, yes,
hanging
and
out
me. We're all
and
over there. This is true. So, and Boogie says
We don't count.
that's right. And Boogie says Twitch ain't the way to go either. What with what their mods are pulling. So You know, Brother Sean is here. Hey, I want to shout out Brother Sean Starlight. During the last couple weeks, right? Any indie game that any indie developer has shown, Brother Sean, absolutely, he tweets them and says, "Hey, this game would be awesome on the Atari VCS." Atari, and I'm serious, man. Atari needs to talk to him about kind of a social media social media presence, because he really is a great advocate for the VCS. So, Brother Luke, what's going on? Luke's Awakening's here. Another guy I got to shout out. He has been doing this video series on the Atari Jaguar on his channel that has been phenomenal, and he started getting into some Jaguar CD stuff that I didn't even realize was out there. So if you get a chance, I gotta throw his. Let me throw his channel out in the chat here. Get his channel up. But he's been doing some really cool stuff that I've been enjoying watching. All right.
Yeah, I was watching. He was playing Castlevania from the Dreamcast. It was looking good.
Oh yeah, I forgot that was. I forgot that had come out. All right, let me put this in the chat for you.
Yeah, I thought it looked pretty good.
8 months, and he says, "Jag, you are."
Jaguar. Brother Doggy Dog's in the house. What up? Ditched us for another podcast for the Sunday Xbox showcase, but it's okay. I forgave him. And Brother Graphic God is here. Thank you.
I wasn't on any show, so
you were not, but you were at least in the chat.
I tried to be a little bit. Yeah.
Brother Praxis, Darth Praxis, the sound, the voice. Hold on, the man.
Welcome to the original Next Level Gaming.
That's our man right there. That's so hot. So, Totodope, Brother Totodope. What's going on, man? Have not seen you in a bit. Brother Bigblock is here. I'll use my YouTube subscriber icons while I can. Brother De Niro's in the house. YouTube and Twitch are prime examples of two companies without real competition. Mixer tried, but unfortunately didn't last. Well, I'll tell you what, here's the other thing about Rumble, too. Rumble is starting to do cloud services. They are, for those who, there's been a push by like Amazon Web Services and stuff to shut down sites and shut down things they don't agree with. And Rumble's come along and said, you know what? You can host your business on our platform, and you don't have to worry about being canceled. So Rumble is starting to get into some other things, which is why I'm also kind of interested to see where this thing goes. Who else is here? 3-Bit, Brother 3-Bit is here.
Yeah.
What's going on? Hey, 3-Bit, we got room if you want to come talk. Brother Ham, we had asked Brother Ham to come. Actually, we first asked Brother Crispy to come on, but Crispy can't make it. We asked Brother Ham to come on, but he's out of town. And so next week, him and Luke is going to make his debut on the NLG show. Dark Praxis says, did you check out Kick? There are other ones that have come up that are not quite sure of, but look, one of the things that we could do potentially is also maybe use something like Restream and just blow out to a whole bunch of places and just become global. So, always things, but Twitch has really gotten bad, Darth Praxis said. So, the Rumble thing is something we're piloting just to see what to see how it goes. So far I think it looks good. This Cousin Born, if let us know how it's looking, and I think it looks sharp. Brother Guitergeo is here, and Bigblock. Is anybody else's audio cutting out on YouTube? No. Brother Marceau. He said, "What up, guys? Had to log off. Diablo 4 was rough." No. Geo said the stream last night looked real clean. It really did. So, all right. 3-Bit said too sweaty and tired from gym, but he's definitely down next week. So we might have to figure that one out. Maybe we have you on in 2 weeks, because we'll have Ham and Luke on next week, and then 3-Bit maybe in 2 weeks. And then over on Rumble we got Born Distracted and a couple other people watching. So, all right.
Yeah, definitely would love to have 3-Bit on to get some of his insight on some of these games.
Very much so.
And if any of the ones that he's kind of had some art in and work on, so be interesting.
Yeah, especially if you're, if you can talk about some of that stuff.
Yeah.
So Peter, how was your weekend and?
My weekend was super busy. That's why I wasn't on the live show. I could just be in the chat here and there a little bit, and because swim season started, soccer was wrapping up for my daughter, and busy.
Busy.
I know how that is. My daughter's swim also, but her and the wife are at camp, the Girl Scouts out of town. So
nice.
I'm all alone this week.
Oh no, all alone. But you still have to work, so.
Yeah, I know. They took advantage of me at work. Oh, the family's not there? Can you stay late? That's the way it goes. Did you get any gaming in, Peter, this weekend?
There's got a little bit of gaming in. Wrapped up Dead Island 2. And did 100% completion with Nate.
Nice.
Oh man, that game, we had so much fun playing that game. That game is just ridiculous. Blowing stuff up and stuff, and
yeah.
Fantastic. Oh my goodness. That's really they did a good job. I'm glad they took their time. Because it's
I might have to jump on that one
it's
at some point.
sweet.
To finish a couple. I I've finished Planet of Lana.
Oh yeah, nice.
Great.
How was it?
great
I just
game.
started. I
Game.
just finished the first
Yeah.
episode, whatever you call it, the first.
Yeah. No, I really enjoyed it. You definitely get the feel for, a companion and the character and, what they're going through, kind of lost and dealing with, I don't know if it was here, but it reminds me it's kind of like a War of the Worlds and like Limbo or, put together. I mean, but I liked some of the platforming. I think it was smooth, the environment, and there was one puzzle that I did get lost and kind of had an idea, but I kept trying to, and then finally I cheated, but I only saw one clue. Another one, I'm like, oh, okay, and then I did some adjustments, and boom.
I mean, life is too short to be stuck forever.
I know. And then then there was another puzzle that wasn't too bad. I mean, you just they give you clues, So I took a picture with my phone, and then I just kind of figured it out. But yeah.
Yeah, 3-Bit Planet of Lana is on Game Pass.
Yeah.
Game Pass.
Beautiful,
Game Pass.
beautiful game. Definitely recommend it. It's not too long.
I gotta get kind of back into the swing of I think that I'm gonna blast through Jedi Survivor as fast as I can now, so I can start getting into some of these other games. Because as we all know, there's just too much stuff coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And even if you have stuff, Microsoft is taking it away.
Ooh.
I was playing Diablo 4, and Microsoft says, no, you got too much of a discount. No.
That's right.
So Microsoft was the repo.
The repo man.
I still think it was from a consumer perspective. It's like, getting 70% off is not outrageous. If it would have been $3, I can say like, yeah, that seems very unbelievable. But $30, it's not too bad.
Rod Ferguson said,
And also, like how they advertise it, it says just for you. So it's very targeted to me, right? It says 70% off of a recent purchase on Xbox. They didn't tell you what purchase it might have been. I don't need 2 copies of Diablo, 1 Ultimate and 1 Standard. So obviously, if the Standard is more expensive than the Ultimate, the Standard had to go. So yeah, I mean, Microsoft put it right in my face on 2 different occasions and locations. So I played for more than 2 hours, and then Microsoft says like, yeah, no, sorry.
Well, look
Price
at it
was
this
incorrect.
way.
I'm going to take it away. So there goes my Diablo Barbarian level. I forgot what level I ended up with, 35 or something like that. Played more than 2 hours. Remember when you play more than 2 hours, you cannot return the digital game?
Yes.
Well,
but
Microsoft shouldn't be able to pick it up after I played for 2 hours. And also, like, why did they wait so long? Is it just to pad the numbers, saying like, 666 million hours were played or whatever. Yeah, well, subtract me, Nate, and a bunch of others, apparently.
I don't think it was that. I doubt it was that many people.
I don't know. It's yeah.
Oh.
So I said,
I mean,
F it. I'll wait till it's in Game Pass or not or never. I don't know. There's so much to play. Like I was still in Dead Island 2, so it's like, okay, Dead Island 2, I'm gonna finish that, and not too many games. And all the games that were announced on the Microsoft Xbox show, that most of them saying Game Pass.
Oh yeah, most of them, not all. It would have been nice to. It would have been nice to see
who has
that
time for Diablo,
It would have been nice to see that Star Wars game say.
Yeah.
Game Pass,
but
that's okay.
But it's funny. So I made some comments right about the Diablo shenanigans and stuff, and people's like, "Oh, you should have known that." Those are all the people that were jealous that they didn't get it for 30. And
Well, technically, you didn't either. Now.
Nah, yeah, I mean, yeah.
Although to be fair, you did get to play it. Basically, you got to rent it for free.
I rented.
You got the
free.
trial.
Yeah, I mean, I got my money.
You got the free.
They
trial.
should have prorated you and said, all right, you put in this much hours in, you're at level, so you owe us.
No, I know. I in a way, I mean, I see both. I see both sides, which makes me very non-committal to anything. Like they should have let you just keep it, but it was an exploit.
I mean, I compare this like, say you go to CVS and buy a bottle of vitamins, and they always print on the receipt, they print like, oh yeah, here are more discounts and other stuff, and you get one that says like, hey, buy the same vitamins now for 70% off. What do? You buy another bottle of that stuff and return either the same bottle or the other that you just bought with the old receipt, and that's how you maximize your dollars. You stretch it nowadays.
That's the thing about digital.
Everything gets more expensive, so
you when they have a store mistake like that, and then they can walk it
what's
back.
the mistake? I mean, it's like, I don't know. What's the mistake?
I
still think it's
whatever they did, but
yeah, whatever it is.
Yeah.
But like physical, you go buy a physical, and if the store makes a mistake or whatever, some pricing issue with or whatever, and once you buy it, that's it. Oh, thank you, $10.
But also, like the consumers are protected, right? If you buy something in a store and it has the wrong price, but it's still like within reasonable amount. I mean, sure, if you buy an OLED for $3, if you see price for $3, that's obviously a mistake, right?
Yeah.
But if you see it for $300, that could be right. They have to sell you that TV for that price. Period. They have to. So I think Xbox is here in the wrong, but I'm not a lawyer and I don't have the energy to make a big stink out of it. Besides yapping my mouth a little bit left and right, but that's it.
Brother Shaddai's in the house.
There's no 30 FPS debacle, Eternal Shaddai. You're too early for that.
Yeah, we will talk about that a little bit too. I have some thoughts. That might surprise. See, Chris he's already.
I don't give a shit. I'm playing it no matter what. I don't care what anybody thinks.
Oh my God,
Of course.
he's already.
Of course we're playing it. Hey,
Go play Starfield and No Man's Sky.
I play No Man's Sky in VR.
But you know they're the same game, you know.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Eternal should die. They don't even allow you to have 60 FPS in prison. Calm down.
Well, you know what? They give you 60 FPS, and then Microsoft says you didn't pay for 60 FPS, so they yanked that game and the license and all shenanigans from you. You get refunded, though. But,
Well, it's all good.
that's the joy of digital games and
Yeah.
DRM. They give it and they take it.
Well, speaking of
Yes,
dirty,
I
I still didn't
They did have an update.
quite a few fixes. So I'm going to look forward to checking that out while I try to finish.
Yeah,
I don't
since
got
you
too
haven't
much
finished,
for-
then it's,
Yeah, I'm not. I probably have 3 locations I need to take, and then go out to the other 2 bosses. So
Yeah, I don't like it that it has missable achievements and stuff
yeah,
or collectibles.
I-
we
yeah,
play
I
the whole
hate
thing
those.
again from the start.
yeah.
I see.
I know. I've gotten quite a few of those the grave deals.
Yeah, but some of them you can only get during a particular mission, and if you miss it,
Mm,
and there was one thing when there was that the one? And there was something else. There was a bug.
Yeah.
So I didn't get my thing, and
I still want to try it and as another character, but I don't know what. But supposedly there's still some. I think there was a like season pass or stuff, where people paid extra. So there's still some other content there that they're gonna bring.
yeah.
But yeah, I need
We'll
to beat
see.
it so I can go back to completing Hogwarts. So I'm pretty bad about
yeah.
not completing some of these games and already jump on another. So. Especially because once Starfield comes out, that's it.
Yeah, September. So you have a little bit of time. But chop though.
I might have to get divorced when I play that game.
Yeah.
Might have to get divorced.
After luxury, my wife goes to bed very early,
Yeah.
so I was like, perfect.
Oh, Sir X Man is here. I missed him. Sorry, Brother X. Brother X.
Sir
is in the
X.
house.
Oh,
Jago.
I bet he's
And,
old man now that you didn't say hello.
Jago.
Dreadpool.
Jago's here. Ah, see, Sir X says he didn't want Starfield, but he rewatched the show and now he wants it. Seth wants it too. Oh, Brother Dread's here.
That was a
Man,
beautiful.
That's why I wasn't
Yeah.
allowed on the show, because your son was on there, and I might
No,
say words that are not rated G for general.
right. So, hang on a sec. And
You should see
One
the
of the
You
videos.
should see the Rumble chat. It's like full of animated emojis.
it is.
How are y'all doing
Right.
all those free emojis from the PC?
Oh, we're special. No, we're not special. Click
Yeah,
on the
you
little smiley
Yeah.
guy, and then
They
the
don't-
second icon on the top, it says Rumble emote.
Yeah, there's
Speak
a
whatever
couple
you
things
want.
that make it a little nicer. So, hey, John.
Oh.
So,
Jago!
you're never gonna get rid of that debate. Blame the
it's-
man.
yeah.
The man who said 60 frames per second was a standard. Don't blame us. We're not the ones arguing about it.
A standard for the developers that want to use it.
That's not what he said.
You know, I wish. It's one thing when you have people run it on camera. Right?
Well, hold on. OBS is throwing a. I don't know if you guys
What
are.
happens? You start throwing shade. You start.
There's a part of me that gets it, but the issue is he called it. He's like, well, it's a creative choice. No, it's not. It's a platform choice. It's not a platform choice. It's a creative choice. No, it's not. Come on. The system can't handle it. If the system could handle it, it would be at 60 frames per second.
I mean,
Stop calling
on PC it's 60, right? Otherwise,
Right.
PC would also be 30.
All right, hold on. This thing is.
but that's why I'm
OBS
saying
is-
like people have that choice.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on PC.
What if I
bet
want to
you
run
might-
it at 40 frames per second with VRR? You know,
Okay.
You
stream
have to play
stuttering.
on
No, it's
PC.
just I lost my screen for a minute on the
Yeah,
on
me too.
YouTube and
Yeah, I
maybe
don't know
Rumble.
why.
But it's
I don't know
back.
what
It's
was-
where we're going.
yeah, because OBS, for whatever reason, OBS is disconnecting and then reconnecting, and I don't know why.
it's got overburned. That's what I have at many of my games. And my bag, my pockets are not deep enough for all the
Oh.
stuff that I want to carry.
Right. All right, it happens and stops. All right, so I think everything's okay. So, yeah, that's my only thing. Is just don't just be honest. Hey guys, it's a $500
just-
console. For everything that we want to do with the game, we can't run it that way. Don't say it's a creative
Yeah.
choice.
Not
Don't
every
post-
game is equal, sir.
Don't.
Oh,
piss
it's
on my
1 frame
leg.
per
Not
second
every
per
game
sandwich,
is
right?
equal.
Isn't that what it
Right.
is?
Don't
Per
pee on my
sandwich?
leg and tell me it's raining.
Some games you have option to have the 60. Some games you don't. It is what
Right.
it is right now.
Well, yeah. I mean, just the explanation given is just stupid.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like
It's
I'm
not.
the
It's
one
not
who
a creative
said-
vision. It's like no, you're
right.
you want to
Your
be it
plat-
as smooth as possible, but that's because you're what you said, Mike. It's you're reaching the the ceiling of what the system can do with what you want it to do.
Right.
They're not gonna admit that. They're not gonna come out and say that. Well,
then just don't say
what we
anything.
said
Yeah,
when we
yeah,
Yeah,
sold
why
sold
say
y'all the-
anything? It's like here
I
it
wouldn't
is.
say anything
Yeah.
either. I mean,
Yeah, it's like-
even the PS5. I mean, it has its limits too. But neither one of them are gonna admit to anything. Not even Nintendo says that shit, and we already know they're
Well,
they
but
can't.
here's the thing: nobody ever asked Nintendo's like, "Hey, Zelda, that's a piece of shit because it's
Well,
30
nobody-
FPS." What the heck, Yeah.
And Zelda, and that's
Fresh.
that's the other side of that fence is that
But then
nobody
everybody said like,
expects-
"Oh yeah, but that processor, blah blah blah." People are like
People are
defending
expecting
it.
that,
Yes, it's
yeah.
like, it's like, oh yeah, I didn't expect more from Nintendo. It's like, why not?
right. Why can't you expect more?
My iPhone can do more than that, and your Android can do more than that. So it's like, whatever,
Yeah. Now, and again, just that's all. Just say just or don't say it at all because and
I
to
would
be
not say anything at all. It's like,
Yeah,
hey,
and- and
here it is, the specs:
I
30
wanna
on
also
console, 60 on PC. Bam.
remind
Move
people
on.
that
Next.
we did the same thing to Insomniac because Insomniac used to say that stupid
Professional viewers, so it's all right.
Why is? Hey guys, I will figure out why OBS is doing this. It's not. It's been doing this for months now, so it's not just because we're dual streaming. There's something. I'm not sure why it's disconnecting and reconnecting. I will figure that out.
UPC had to be flatlined earlier, so. Well, it was
No,
flatlined.
27%. Like everything's looking
Yeah, now
good.
it's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Let me.
No, but
shut
remember
off-
Insomniac saying about Ratchet and Clank, like, it needs to have that super special PS5
SSD.
SSD.
Oh, right.
And it's blah, 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 blah.
And now it's coming out
Oh,
on PC.
Yeah.
But
and-
Insomniac,
yeah.
Insomniac used to do that too. We're doing 30 frames per second because we're going for cinema. We want it to look like a movie.
Yeah.
No, just say the PS4 can't handle it. Because the PS4 couldn't handle Spider-Man at 60 FPS. The PS5 could. So if the PS5 could handle it, why is Insomniac all of a sudden doing 60 FPS games? Is it no longer a creative choice? That's the only
that's
thing.
what it is. It's like they keep flapping their mouths.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
good
mean,
stuff.
it's
Like,
still
stop
a
it.
different game. I mean,
is.
there's a give and take. You want
It
all
is.
these features and all these things you want to
Right,
do, like
but
what
we're not
StarCraft does.
but- right,
You can't. It's not easy at 60.
Right, we're not
No,
saying
it's not.
anything
Right,
about
right.
that, Chris. We're just saying what they gave us the runabout, the reason why it's 30 and not 60.
Because
And-
people keep asking them, and then they
yeah, but then
shouldn't
they
say
say
anything.
creative choice. It's like not a
Because
creative
he's already
choice.
said
It's
in the
a-
past it's
a-
going to be 30 before they even showed this last launch.
That is true.
And they just-
That's a good.
People
that
just
is-
keep on and on about it.
That is a good. That
It's
is a
like-
good point. Todd Howard has always said he prefers that, like Insomniac. But see that also does. Hey, Scepter. That also does, make it. It does kind of make it more kind of frustrating about Redfall, because Redfall and Starfield, they're two different games, but Redfall is nowhere near what the technical piece of Starfield looks like. Like Starfield looks like it's going to be the best of many games. Like when I was watching that, I was going to, since we're talking about it, I'll bring the video up. When we were watching that, I thought that game looked like a mashup of several games, like Mass Effect meets a little bit of Destiny, meets a little bit of the Outer Worlds, meets EVE Online. I mean, the depth of the game is going to be insane. There's no doubt about that. Absolutely insane. I saw people's I saw people on Twitter, talking about their giant video cards that they're going to need to run it, if they want to run it in that mode, and that's, you're going to have to spend thousands of dollars to play it in 60 FPS. I get that.
Yeah, and that's a choice. If you want the same thing, if you want to drive really fast, expensive cars, then exotic cars, those are expensive.
Right. You're buying a Ferrari,
right,
or you're buying a Kia Niro. Do like my Kia Niro, by the way.
Nice. The other day I saw one. I parked right next to it. It's like, hey, that's
all of a sudden I'm seeing them on the road.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, the whole shipbuilding stuff, insane.
Yeah. Look, we have a special guest. No, it's not DJC Game Studios.
What?
What's going on?
Hold on.
Oh, that is the voice.
You ready?
You should have disguised your voice a little bit.
Hold on.
What's going on?
Guess who?
Who?
He's live from the office.
Welcome. He's like, oh, Crispy bailed on you? Well, it's my day off. What's going on, Brother Dread?
Not much. How you guys doing?
Back.
Good. It's good to see you.
Well,
Dread is back.
We're not going to talk about the rest of the showcase. We're just going to talk about 30 and 60 FPS.
No,
Starfield. That's it, sir.
Well, we're doing that.
Hey,
we're
I'm
doing
all
that.
about
We
this.
figure we get it out of the way now, and that way, that way we can talk about the rest of the games. So now we can talk about all the games that we're missing.
Sure, why not?
What's going on, Dread?
Not much. I think I got us twice or something. I'm hearing an echo.
It comes and goes.
Oh, okay. So just ignore it.
Yeah.
No.
It'll go away after a while. So. Back from the Dead is moved over to the Rumble stream.
He was looking for DJC pink flamingos though.
Well, not tonight.
They cannot be found.
So when you look at the scope of the game, 30 makes sense. Just saying. He already said 30. We've been saying 30. I know everybody wants 60, but
60 would have been nice.
yeah, no, it would have been.
But I don't want to compromise on any,
Yeah, I mean,
visuals on any other,
I want a full pallet of sandwiches, not half a pallet.
right.
Exactly.
I want all the sandwiches.
Damn right.
Otherwise, you get only one slice of bread, and it has to be folded in half.
Right.
You want a little bit of mayo on that bread. You want that tomato. You want that lettuce. You don't want just bread.
Yeah.
Right. No, you need correct. Well, so and that is the other overarching point here is that, and this is why again I bring Redfall back into the mix. If you are doing a game like this, right? And you are doing, there comes a point to where how much do you want to sacrifice the actual fidelity of the game, right? So do you want half the vegetation on the ground? People can say, well, why don't you just drop it to 1080p? Except that most people with 4K TVs don't want their image at 1080p, right? You start
the image is always 4K. It just gets upsampled.
It gets upscaled.
So the TV will say 4K.
Right. So your TV's kind of fooling you. So yeah. There comes a point to where you have to make some sort of decision, which I think is what Bethesda makes, is that they can either give you this much detail in what they're doing, or they can give you frame rate. And they're choosing this much detail. I think because this is not a fast-paced Twitch shooter, yeah, there's combat, yeah, there's, if this was a Doom style game, right? Okay, yeah, I can make that case. I seeing this makes me just still wonder what the hell happened with Redfall, because Redfall doesn't look
Redfall. Remember they advertised 60? It's on the box. They had to put a sticker on there saying like, "Oops, sorry."
So at least here, there's no ambiguity, right? There was one video they put out at the direct earlier in the year that was 60 FPS, and I think that's what got everybody sort of queued up. Oh, this video is 60 FPS. That must mean they're really going to target it. And then, that turned out to be either wrong, or they took a look at it and said, no, they can't make the game look like this at that frame rate.
But when you say that, you're only focusing on the console. They did do that, but on PC. I mean, remember, the Xbox is not just console anymore. So now, yes, the messaging was mixed. Some mismanagement on that end. They didn't reach out to Xbox soon enough. Who knows? I mean, it is what it is, and they got a lot of flack for it. So,
well, do you think you're going to get 60 FPS on streaming? Just saying. If you think about it, how long did Redfall get delayed for? When it was first announced for a release date, do we remember?
It was supposed to come out. They originally said it's summer of 22, right? And
right.
Then got delayed, and then after that, they didn't ever give you a date.
Right. And then when was Starfield really announcement for?
Last year, right? For the 11th.
Yeah. And when is it going to come out? And when did Redfall come out? So when you look at Redfall, it had less time to be polished and really optimized versus Starfield, which is still maintaining that they're going to stay at 30 for now until probably the 10-year anniversary edition.
Yeah.
Then they'll probably push it up. But, for real, they've got a full year to polish it and optimize and try to get all those bugs out of there, so that way they're not a Bethesda another infestation.
So
you know what I mean?
That's the other one, yeah.
So they got a full year, and they still realize that, even Todd said, this is how we prefer the game to be, more cinematic. So, and the scope of the game, you got 1,000 planets. You have
not just that. I mean, the stuff in space. The space
a couple of
huge
cities that are live.
You have hand touch. Yeah, you have cities that are designed by hand, so it's not all AI. They obviously put in AI to build some of this stuff, but then they went back in and made sure that AI didn't just destroy everything. And you look at the scope that they've done for everything, it makes sense. There's no time to do that kind of optimization. I mean, do we want another year, a game that's going to take 10 years, kind of like Cyberpunk did, and be for the generation that already passed and still not come out right? Eventually, there's going to be a time and a place to to do something. You know, it's just like all these videos. Everybody's like, you got to create a video. When are you going to do it? When it's perfect. Well, when is it going to be perfect?
It's never perfect.
Exactly.
Now, Sea of Thieves launched at 60, right?
No,
It was-
on console, no, 30.
No.
It was 30.
It
30.
didn't get to 60 until the 1X came out.
That was
Remember on console, you would wait for it to spawn till you spawned in, and PC players were already killing you.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh right.
Yeah, that
right.
was one of the advantages PC players had when it 1st
Mhm.
came out.
Yeah.
They were at 60. You were not. You were at
Yeah.
30. You know, I'm looking forward to this new thing that PlayStation's doing for the 120 hertz monitors. They're bumping up a game to 40 frames per second, and it feels smoother.
That's what I said earlier. It's like, I have the choice. Have it like
But-
40 with VR and stuff.
But
You know?
that's also using a 120 hertz monitor. You have to have at least 120.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing 60 and you got a 40 frame game, it's not gonna
Correct.
look good. So there's something in that metrics that just makes it look better. So again, they need to use the tricks. They need to use the tools. If they don't do this stuff, then this is what we're gonna get. And they're they're Xbox technically. I mean, just because they're Bethesda, they're ID, they're machine guy, whatever developer you want to call them, they're still Xbox. Use the tools. That's the main thing. Use the tools and get it optimized.
Well, I don't know. So there is something else on this particular set of games too. Is that these games were in development before Xbox? So
Yeah.
you
Yeah,
gotta-
their engines and stuff,
Yeah, and
Yeah.
this is using an updated version of an older engine. So there's a little bit of that to also kind of keep in mind, right? There's a, and that's why I think Peter and I were saying, don't give us the creative thing. Just say it's gonna be 30 frames per second because that's how we're programming it. Because especially if so no one knows that the PC version is going to be 60 either. By the way, I know that's speculation, but they haven't
wasn't
said
that
that
already
I don't know that they
published?
said that.
Or on Steam or whatever? No.
I don't
They
know.
don't
if
show
Steve-
anything like that on Steam. The specs.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong.
What's up, Matt?
Hey, brother Mav.
Specs
by the
out
way,
on Steam. Says,
great.
Mav.
Does it say it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So then it doesn't have anything to do with the creative vision.
right, it's the platform, and that's okay.
Right.
That's okay. That's just
Yeah, just say with all the stuff we want to do, it's like 30 FPS is we get the best, best result or whatever how you want to phrase it. But
right. This
it's
is
not
what
creative.
This is what we're able to do to maximize the look that we want on the Xbox Series X, and then we're going to do the same thing at 1440 on the Series S, so that we give you the best looking experience that you possibly can get on these consoles. And if you want to spend the extra money to power up your PC, then we've got a faster option for you. And that's the only thing that it just, and I see why it rubs gamers the wrong way. And Darth has a good point. He just wants, he wants those same options that the PC folks get, where they can turn things off and turn things down and get what he wants out of the game, rather than what
right, because that's what PC players will be able to do. I mean, not everybody has a 4090
right
super RAID.
which
Well,
is
we've seen games literally almost brick a 4090. So that's optimization.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
but why not use FSR too? right? FSR2, you don't need the code; it just does it automatically. Why not use that stuff? That's low image, upscale to high image.
Mm-hmm.
So if we got high resolution that way,
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they're not using stuff like that.
you know, there's again, that's what I'm saying. There's tools out there that don't need to be in the infrastructure from the beginning. There's other tools that are on there that they could be assistive.
Well, I don't think this game has that ability. They're using the what the hell is the engine name? They're using the creation engine. They're using an updated creation engine for this game. So they are bound. They're bound by their tools.
FSR2 does not need any of that stuff. It just works. Nobody has to input anything.
I hear you, but I think they're way too far along in development of this game when they got acquired. The alternative was to scrap it and start over, and then I don't even think we'd be at this point where September would be the
Oh no, we're
date.
not. Games are now going to be 5 and 6 years to make. No.
That's what Matt Booty said today too, or yesterday at Giant Bomb.
Yeah. We've been saying that though for a while, that these games are taking longer to make. Pretty soon, these games, if you're not starting at the beginning of the idea of how to make this the next gen console, and knowing what the specs are, you're going to miss that. You're going to miss that gen.
Yeah, I mean, you should start now for next gen. Almost.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you miss an entire gen. You skip one.
And maybe that's where some of these other games are hitting. That it's kind of funny because I was actually still going to bring up Perfect Dark today, but yesterday I think it was yesterday, or it was either yesterday or Sunday night, whenever they did the Giant Bomb interview that they do every year, Matt Booty brought up Daryl Gallagher. So now we know at least the game's not ready. Like they're having whatever issues they're having, but sounds like Gallagher's given himself another year to try to straighten out whatever the hell is going on over there, with the initiative and Crystal Dynamics and that game, because he said, he unfortunately, Gallagher told Booty that he unfortunately had to watch the showcase as a fan this year, and he said, I'd imagine if I'm still watching the showcase as a fan next year, I might be permanently watching the showcase as a fan. So I think I think you're starting to see maybe a little bit of accountability holding, because that was a funny, like when Matt Booty said it, he was kind of ha 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 ha, but yeah, that's
I kind of don't like Matt Booty. I don't like that guy.
Because of his name?
I don't know what they just. No, not because of his name.
I knew him.
I don't know if it's because of his voice and stuff. I don't know.
I knew him when he was at Midway. I mean, I've met him at E3. I don't necessarily doubt his. I don't doubt his acumen. I wonder, how hamstrung he was up until this point in dealing with the various studios. Because I don't know if if you guys realize it. Usually that Giant Bomb interview is just Phil. And this year it was Phil and Matt Booty. And it wasn't Phil and Sarah Bond. It was Phil and Matt Booty. And it almost feels like, which I think is a great thing, I feel like Phil may be reinserting Matt Booty into what he's supposed to be doing, which is running Xbox Game Studios, so that Phil can run Xbox.
Didn't he? Wasn't there another interview a while back, and Matt Booty rather have his hands, more hands-on versus like this managing of studios? So who knows? Maybe he's not the right guy for this job.
Well, no,
His
I don't
heart's
think
not
it's.
in it.
I
I think he
don't
said
think
that
it's.
during the pandemic, though.
Yeah, and I don't
you know,
think it's
doing it,
him.
managing from distance.
Yeah, which is always hard. I mean, that's
Yeah.
not an easy thing. And I don't. I just there are certain things that, you know, my CEO of my company says words matter, and I took Phil at his word on that kind of funny interview, and I'm taking Matt Booty showing up to to being part of the Giant Bomb interview as maybe he's reinserting himself into the mix here. And I'll be honest, I think that is a good thing. I think that there needs to be some accountability from the studios up the chain to Xbox, because at the end of the day, their failures are Xbox's failures. Their successes are Xbox's successes. Everything should be. That's why I pointed out that this was not called the Xbox and Bethesda Showcase this year. It was simply the Xbox Game Showcase. Now they did, when they were announcing games, I think you're starting to see this, the pieces start to move together, and if Matt Booty becomes the guy that runs that whole thing, like Shane Kim used to run it, like Phil Spencer used to run it, I think you're gonna start to see some things kind of moving farther in the direction we want. And so that does bring me to the showcase itself, because regardless of discussing the frame rate of Starfield, we're able to have that debate on the back of an incredibly strong showcase. I mean,
Man,
we had Panda Sub on here. Panda Sub's a Sony guy, and he walked away from that showcase. In fact, I'm telling you, he DM'd me, and he literally he said, hold on, let me pull this up, because this is hilarious. He's doing a premiere
did he buy a Ultimate Game Pass subscription without
he might
having any Xbox or PC?
He literally said, please ban anyone in your chat that says the Xbox showcase was bad or just okay. So,
I mean, it came out swinging with a Fable. My goodness.
oh my goodness. So, so let's start talking about these things. There's plenty of time to talk about Starfield as things start to move towards September. But
I'm so excited about Starfield that I bought this bad boy.
Oh, hold on. Wait. Hold on. Me.
Whoa, okay. It's the Starfield controller. Even the box is like really cool. Let me open it up without this thing falling out. That would be sad. For all into Starfield. So you have the box, and you even have the, it might be a little hard to see, but even this is all designed and stuff. So the box is really cool. And then the controller is like very sweet. You have those transparent triggers, so you can see the inners. So in the back of it, it says Prosperity of Constellation. So the battery compartment. It might be a little hard to read. It says for all into the Starfield. So that's pretty cool. And thanks to Microsoft Rewards,
kind of want to get the headset.
Yeah, the headset looks cool too.
Nice.
I'm not
You
big on
already
the
have a
white
headset,
controllers.
and that's the thing that once it's on your head, you don't really see yourself. Having a controller, you look into your hands, and it's like, ooh.
Yeah.
So,
I'm just looking to keep on dusting that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hang on a second. My headset's gone out again.
Uh-oh.
And I think I know why.
So yeah, I'm pretty stoked to play Starfield in September. It's gonna be sweet.
That's nice. That's very cool, Peter.
Watch. I guess at some point they
Yeah,
might bring out some more, but
Yeah,
Lord.
that was a little bit too much for my.
but I think I'm going to at least upgrade to one of the additions to where I can play 5 days early. Because
Yes.
that is Labor Day weekend.
I already bought the
Before it-
upgrade.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of doing. So
Yeah, and if you
I
ultimate
keep
subscribe,
playing
you
that
get a
during the-
discount, right, of like 10% or whatever. So
yeah, so I'm gonna do that. Yeah. And,
yeah, I'm gonna do that too. Same thing for Forza.
I might just buy the headset and then get the discount deal and get the 5 days early.
The headset looks
I
nice
like
too.
the I like the Microsoft wireless headset. I have one that I use for gaming. I was like, love it.
Yeah.
Once it's like molded to your head, in the beginning might be a little tight depending on your head size, obviously. But once it's you wear it in, man, it's comfy.
Yeah, I got the wired one and that's great.
Yeah.
All right, I had grabbed the Fable trailer, but I don't see it. Where did it go?
Yeah, so we were watching that live. Dread was with us and Myke, and just when it started, it's like, oh damn, Fable.
Well, yeah, you see like
And-
Playground, and it's like, what is this game? Because
And then
it
Compulsion.
doesn't look like a traditional Fable or another stuff. So is this a second game they were working on? And then you see him like kicking that chicken. It's like, hey, that's Fable.
That's
And what's cool?
No,
how
I
they-
knew
I-
it was Fable from the start.
Oh, we knew it. We knew it was
Yeah.
Fable.
I like
Oh,
how
yeah.
when they started, they show off one of their biggest franchises that goes way back. Then they show a new studio they acquired in 2018 with their brand new game, and then big third party game. It's like boom, boom, boom. So it was one of the best starts
Yeah.
in Xbox Showcase.
Now, do you guys think, and I guess I'm just going to try to grab this again. I don't know why it didn't download, but do you guys think Fable's 2024? They didn't put a date
Yeah,
on it?
2024 is next year. It might be 25.
you already got Avowed and Hellblade 2 24.
Yeah.
So, and then there was talk of they try to bring 4 games a year, at least big ones, right? One of their
one per quarter.
So, I kind of think since they already showed it, that it's a possibility that, but if that comes out next year, wouldn't you think that would be their big game for the fall?
Yeah.
Because Avowed is a new IP that could come out in early, March or so, and but Hellblade 2, that's a darling of theirs too.
Oh, that's in first quarter. So then, or about in between those two, first quarter, second quarter, and then you have your third quarter.
Yeah, I mean, I can see those early.
And then your
those
fourth
two.
quarter.
Yeah.
The thing about Fable is I don't remember it ever being, and I'm not saying that it can't be. I don't remember Fable being a tent pole that you put in fall, right? Like Hellblade 2, I think is your fall game for next year for them. But I could see Fable.
You think
I
so?
I think
Hellblade 2 October game.
See, my only thing is they didn't show us much gameplay. They showed us a little bit of gameplay, and I know people they didn't show us any gameplay. Well, they did. They showed us some action and gameplay. There's like a few seconds here and there.
Yeah.
But that being said, I'm kind of curious as to why it was only that much. So obviously, the next time we're going to see this, we're probably going to see some actual gameplay, longer than a couple seconds.
Yeah.
So we will see more than just the cinematic view that they showed us. And it's funny that they're nitpicking things on this, and this is just an example of what we're going to be playing. We don't even know exactly what we're playing. This is just a story that they've given us.
Yeah.
We don't even know the true story yet of what we're going to play.
Oh yeah.
And that's the thing about it. Well, is it going to be next year? I mean, I'd love to play it right now, regardless. I don't care what state it's in. I want to play it now. But if you think about it, where are we at now? What's coming out next year for the winter, right? Wouldn't it be more than likely? I don't know, Hellblade 2. So would this be ready by the summertime, or would it be ready after Hellblade? What state is this really in?
That's a great question.
For
the first time, back then they revealed it and they had a little trailer, but this is their first full kind of reveal. They showed more than, I think more than they even showed Hellblade 2 the second time they showed it.
This would be a trailer. The last one was a teaser.
Yeah.
Just an announcement.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
So that didn't count for anything other than just, ooh, look pretty. Now this is showing us what it could look like. But again,
it's in game.
we only saw.
I mean, it's in game.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in game. We know what it looks like, but we don't know the story. We don't know who we are. We know we're not this lady that they're all freaking out about. We know we're not the giant. Giant's dead. So, she doesn't have a name. So she's just a character. It's just a fictitious person that it's not going to be your character.
Miss Fable.
Yeah, so it's just to say, hey, this is the new style that Fable is going to be. So will it be ready by the summer? Will it be ready by the summer of 25 or the end of 25?
Yeah, it's too soon to really, this one and even the Compulsion is.
I think this will be 25.
That's why they didn't say give it a date. So
exactly.
It kind of gives them that out to where it could be ready next year, but they're not. Can't hold them to that because they didn't give you 24.
And what if they're all getting the same treatment? All the studios now are getting the same treatment as Starfield, where take your time.
Yeah.
And also next year we have Flight Simulator 24.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's another big one.
Yeah.
And Dune.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, let me pull up that. I mean, I'm not necessarily doing this in any particular order. Although, let me though pull up the Compulsion game, because I am curious your thoughts on this.
And I do remember, and Dreadpool, when we were watching it, he reminded me of was it Project what again? Midnight. Yeah, and I do remember reading up on it that it was some kind of some dark mythology, or not mythology, but just a dark tale.
To me it seemed like a Monster Hunter without actually being Monster Hunter, their version of it.
Yeah.
Of hunting monsters.
So I did like what I saw, especially being in the South.
It's called South of Midnight.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
There's a lot of lore there, down that way. So.
And obviously the humor they put into it too.
Yeah. Yeah, I think they nailed it.
Yeah, I like the thought of this game. Be cool to see what they're actually going to do. What this game is going to be. But I like this. Oh wait, hold on. I don't want to get copyright struck again.
Yeah, just the blues music. That's New Orleans. That's the South. That area. Voodoo magic. There's a lot of scary and darkness to some of that stuff.
The whole voodoo vibe from New Orleans
Mm-hmm.
is.
Yep.
Bayou.
And you notice how she came on the dock. She had the little white wisps on her feet. You know, the air and everything. So that was really cool to see, like the little touch of details that they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know how horrible the drawing is. You know, and just watching him pick.
And a possum on his shoulder.
How about you guys? No? Nobody?
Yeah, this is
Not helpful.
I mean, and it's this
Sneaky.
feels like a compulsion game too. Almost feels like a Devolver Digital game, doesn't it? Yeah, this is. And it's gonna be on Game Pass,
Yeah.
so gotta love
Well,
that.
of course. Yeah.
I mean, what's so exciting about this show. Like most of the games that were shown, even if it's not first party, it's like Game Pass. You know, it's like,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, I don't give too much about like third party games that they show off. It's like, why don't they have their own thing? I mean, it's cool to see, but I'd rather have to see like, what, you know, why does this benefit me as an Xbox player?
Because
Okay,
you can play it
that's-
on an Xbox console or
That's a good question, though.
ecosystem.
Myke, back in the E3 days when you used to go there
Mm-hmm.
and you saw the games and you're like, oh, I want this one, I want that one, I want this one, I want this one, I want this one. Other than the review copies you got, how many games did you actually were able to buy back in those days? How many, because I know
Oh.
for us, we had to nitpick what we were going to get.
Oh heck yes. I mean,
Okay,
we
so
yeah, they're the Game Pass has changed everything about how we approach gaming, just straight up. And in fact, Chris, again, what did Panda say when he was on Sunday? And keep in mind, that's a guy who thinks he's one of the ones that thinks that Game Pass, is kind of ruining
Yeah.
gaming.
Yeah.
But he doesn't. I don't think he thinks that anymore, because
No.
now he saw the value that the rest of us have seen for years now. And I brought this trailer up of this new game from Atlas, Metaphor Rifantasio, because think about where Microsoft has come in the last 5 years, right? 5 years ago, 5 years ago, gamers are going, why isn't Atlas supporting Xbox? Why isn't Sega supporting Xbox? Why are all the Atlas games going to PlayStation and Switch, but not coming to Xbox? And now you have Atlas games coming to not only to Xbox, but a brand new game coming to Game Pass day one.
Mhm.
That's huge.
Yeah,
And I
because
think that-
Xbox had to. So when they introduced Game Pass, that was the turning point to counter that. They knew they couldn't outsell PlayStation or even Nintendo Switches, right? As far as consoles only, so they had to rethink the whole situation as far as what is gaming about. Is it just about console? Because they saw, Sega, which was, they went out on the console market. They had to do something. So they rebranded Xbox to its ecosystem that is on multiple platforms. It's not just console. And they're able to reach many gamers out there. And so, they talked about the numbers, how the engagement, how many people are on Game Pass and playing these games on Game Pass, and it's not just console. So it makes them more attractive to these studios that, on the Xbox One, they were looking more at the PlayStation because the PlayStation consoles were just selling like crazy. So, they want to make money, right? So they figured they had the best chances of selling more software on the PlayStation. But now it's different, where Xbox entices these studios with some lump sum money. And then a lot of them even come out recently and they said that, yeah, we've seen the engagement. We've been successful. We're still selling, and we're seeing engagement on Game Pass too. So a lot of happy people.
Yeah.
And we benefit
what's going
as gamers.
Oh, yeah. Lady Ventress and What Just Happened in the house. What's up, Mr. Ventress? What's up, brother? Brother, what just happened? Yes, Dinero, this is the new game. So, and again, this is important. I think that this says a lot.
And the acquisitions since 2018. So that was another thing. Yes, they got the Game Pass going. They got back compatible. But the big key, they knew that they needed some first party so they have control on regular content. They couldn't, the Xbox One started out great. They had plenty of games at launch. But they had to rely on third party. I think Scalebound was a situation that, and even Crackdown, right? And the struggles that they were having with those games early on.
Right.
And one of them didn't come out and the other one did. It finally came out. But so now bringing on Bethesda, ZeniMax, all that, and then the other studios that, like Ninja Theory and so on, now they're able to, here we are. All that's come to fruition at this Xbox game showcase that we just saw. And that is, now they're starting to come around. So, when they show Fable, they didn't give a date, and Compulsion, and then we know of all, and then we talked about, well, where's Perfect Dark and so on, and State of Decay 3 that we didn't even see. They showed so much at this. They showed a lot of first party games, and there's still so much more, and so that makes it even more. And can't wait till next year, because we know they're going to show. If they keep continuing like they did this, and then they do that for the next one, it's just better, and then it just seems to get better every year. So, and imagine once they bring on Activision, and of course they'll have those to show, but they'll be working with those studios too, to say, look, what else do you want to do? What else do you have on the shelf that you couldn't make before? We're here to support that. So,
right. Another one, though. Welcome in, Alpha.
So this game is not on Game Pass, right?
It is not, and that's why I stopped it here, because Dinero said that he didn't see that. So this one may not be a Game Pass game, but I am going to still hold to the fact you're getting an Atlas game
Day one
on Xbox day one at the same time. I think is again, you didn't see this in the past, and so this is a big step in. I think this is a big step in Xbox's. This is a good thing. There's nothing, you can't spin this into anything negative. That's for sure. So,
and also PC day one, which Sony does not provide that. If they were only going through PlayStation, then they would still have to work out a deal with Steam or so on, right?
I don't
But
know. Depends on
if
what
you know,
the
yeah, I
publishing.
mean some of them are, I guess, they say PC, and some have been day one. Some PC, PlayStation games too, I guess. But
Yeah. Nephew Mega Mike's in the house. So the entire Relic family is here as always. We love you guys. So De Niro also brought up Contraband. I'm guessing that we're not going to see Contraband
Avalanche.
until next year either. Yeah, Avalanche's game.
yeah, so I guess in this showcase, whatever else they showed
What about
yesterday, well, no, today, right? Nothing came up on that.
No.
What about
Not
the
on the
other
extended.
game that Bethesda's working on?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
That one was weird only in that there's an Indiana Jones movie coming out,
Right.
and it's just I don't know if now it could be, and I would give them this, that all hands are on deck for Starfield right now, right?
Mhm.
And everybody's, Bethesda is bringing all their teams in to do work. Maybe they've got some folks from Machine Games in there helping out, getting this thing ready and out the door. Because Dreadpool, you said it earlier, and I think it is a valid point. They want this game, they want Starfield to hit correct and not be buggy like Fallout 76 was. They want that Skyrim experience. Like when we first, Skyrim was, at least on the Xbox and PlayStation 3, it was a kind of a mess because of the hardware. But on Xbox One or Series on Xbox 360 rather, Skyrim was perfect. I don't remember much in the way of bugginess in any of those games. Fallout 4, Fallout New Vegas, Skyrim, those were solid games. And the advent of digital has kind of created this bugginess across games.
Yeah.
I think they need this to hit. So I wonder if Machine Games
Ship
is a little
now,
busy.
fix later, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And I don't think they want to do that with Starfield.
I'm thinking the same thing. Is they're trying to get everybody and just leave the skeleton crews working where they're working just to keep the projects going. But again, Indiana Jones, don't do it a movie tie-in. We've already established that movie tie-ins do not do well. Just release it at the same time with the movie while the movie hype is there. And that would, but I guess it's Indiana Jones, so it really doesn't need the movie hype to push it. So maybe that's why they're not there.
And maybe because the movie is getting trashed. So maybe it's not the best thing, right?
Yeah.
So maybe
it
keeping it far away.
That was probably never in the works to have it, released around the same time the movie. I mean, I don't know. LucasArts didn't want to.
I'm thinking the same thing. There's no way that they would.
On,
they couldn't have announced it that soon to have it out
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then you don't know how long they have been working on it either.
Yeah, because they just announced it last year, right?
Yeah.
No, they announced it
2 years ago.
I thought they announced it in 2020. Could be 2021. I can look.
Yeah, I don't think it was that old.
Yeah, I don't remember that being that far.
Maybe 2021, I believe. So it's hard to say, but either way, there's not enough time.
No.
You want that whip action to be working good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I will take a game along the lines of Indiana Jones and the Emperor's Curse. So.
I mean, you guys remember? Was it here that I said it? I can't remember now. But what if Tomb Raider didn't leave and Xbox was able to get Tomb Raider after ABK? And then you would have Pitfall Harry, Indy, and Lara Croft all in the same game. I mean,
That would be funny.
Right? Just
Yeah.
cameos in you know, all in each other's games. That would be kind of funny.
So here's your Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, 2
You know,
years
you
ago.
want that 60 and all that other features, all that goodness. You know, then you can go
There's
play
no
that.
choice in this one. There's no choice in this one.
Oh, I know there ain't.
Hey, no choice.
But when it's
It was
beautiful,
made for that.
yeah.
Well, yeah.
Now we're playing Forza Motorsport.
Yeah, this is gonna be beast.
This is so good. I don't know
Did
if
they
anybody's
show-
watched the Forza.
Was it
what are
today,
they
right?
called?
They
The,
showed
yeah,
more?
it was today. So they showed
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to
the
watch it.
careers and how this thing works.
Nice.
Nice. I'll have to go back and watch that. I
Yeah.
admittedly also did not.
Anything different as far as career compared to
Yeah.
last? Yeah.
It's like 100% different.
Mm.
It's,
Yeah, say that Bracer's in trouble. Maybe Microsoft can make a good offer for Crystal Dynamics. They wouldn't need the FTC for that nonsense.
yeah, they should.
So.
They should,
by
and
the
then
way,
just bring him into the
I
fold
wanna-
an initiative, and either just change it to Crystal Dynamics, you know, instead of
Exactly.
Initiative, you know.
I still
Well,
think
no,
that
you
was
just- you
planned.
just- I think
I'm
you
wondering
could
if that
bring-
is. I think it was just parked over there.
I think they were planned to be a holding company, and then take it over, and they had to do something with Tomb Raider, and then
Well, they
because yeah, they are, but they're not the ones. Amazon is.
I'm gonna do this real quick because I'm just gonna throw this into the as best I can here. This is gonna look a little ugly for a second. I apologize, but I'm getting some really nice information as well from back from the folks that are chatting on Rumble. So give me a second to. I'm gonna
Yeah, he. Hit this like button.
Not that one, this one.
right. At 350. Let me move this way.
Crystal Initiative.
Initiative, yeah.
400 by 350.
Crystal Dynamic Initiative.
The Crystal Dynamic Initiatives. The Crystal Initiative.
Might as well be.
Well, then it's not the initiative anymore, right? It's the initiative is for the initial idea, and somebody else builds it. So now it's
Right. It's no longer an initiative. Now it's just.
no, that's just Crystal Dynamics.
But I
It's
mean,
planned,
it's-
and like oh.
But it's not like they had the full team from Crystal Dynamics that worked on Tomb Raider helping out with Perfect Dark, because they are also doing other things, right? So, you know, it's not all hands on deck. So
What do you mean?
the people from Crystal Dynamics helping out on the Perfect Dark. It's not
Well,
all hands on deck from Crystal Dynamics.
No, because their priority right now.
Just trying to keep a job.
No, their priority is probably Tomb Raider, and that deal they have going on with Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I'm this is a work in progress. So sorry guys. I'll figure this out, but I kind of wanted to get both chats kind of going. So YouTube chat will be at the top of the screen there. Rumble chat will be below, because I don't want to leave these guys out of the discussion. And Back from the Dead said there were 21 of 27 games going to Game Pass and 13 first-party games. So, yeah, definitely a lot of good stuff. Yeah, let's see what this looks like. It's probably not the prettiest look at the moment, but at least get people. I'm gonna work on this because I'm looking over at the Rumble stream and it looks solid. It looks very solid. So very happy over there. And those of you who are watching, we just want to say hello. Welcome to the original Next Level Gaming. We're have to tell you all about us, and you can hit that follow button.
Oh wow.
Yeah, over here on YouTube, you hit the subscribe button. Over there, you hit the follow button. So
Yeah, one big thing about the Forza Motorsport is like, you earn your car and build your car, and you're not just buying your car. That's a big
Nice.
change. So their slogan or their loop, what they say is level, build, and dominate.
yes. All
So
right.
when's Forza Horizon 6 coming out next year? I'm kidding.
So
Back to every other.
yeah. Well, so let me ask you guys this question as well. Do you? I mean, Fable is using the Forza Tech technology, right?
Mm-hmm.
So is that a game that they could potentially make into 60 FPS? Because Horizon is, and Horizon is freaking beautiful, and has a ton of, set pieces and stuff like that. And of course, motorsport speaks for itself. Using that technology, it could be a really cool thing. And the game's gonna look wild. Fable's gonna look crazy. That's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
All right. What else from the Xbox showcase? Because I pulled stuff from Ubisoft, and I pulled stuff from. I didn't pull anything from the Summer Games Show because that was really a letdown. So.
Now I was very excited with the new Star Wars game.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. So I did
and
get.
then it showed the
Outlaws.
walkthrough.
Yeah.
I watched that last night.
Yeah, you know what the
Oh, my
disappointment was
goodness.
during the show? It didn't say Game Pass on it. It's like,
Yeah,
I
I know.
know.
Yeah, I was
I'm
disappointed,
not
but I
And that's why it's
expecting
like,
that to be Game Pass.
As much as I want it to, I know it's not.
Yeah.
but
But you know what could happen?
But that's why I wish I'd rather have them not show it at the Xbox show.
No, I think.
And also
got
in the
marketing for it.
Ubisoft one, they showed the same trailer again, plus then some more. You know.
Well, now I'm showing the
Gameplay
gameplay
and stuff.
reveal.
Yeah,
that
I
we
mean,
got
now
to
there
see
might
at
be
the-
some marketing deal.
There is.
As the game gets close to, they might have some kind of maybe they'll have a controller, or something.
Yeah.
With that Xbox.
Well, I think eventually what's going to happen, and this is just pure speculation, fun speculation, I could say, Mav, if you're still in the chat, haha. I could foresee Ubisoft Plus doing what EA did, and eventually just becoming part of Game Pass. Now, I think that is going to be what prompts Game Pass to jump to $20 a month.
I
But
could see that.
I
Then you
could
have more
s-
perceived value, right? It's like, hey, we want to
Yes.
raise the price, so we add that to it, and yeah.
I hope not. I hope before they even do that, the only reason why they're raising it is because they're going to announce the family plan. Because I
Well, I
was
think
looking at it going, with the family plan, yeah, one person paying for it, that's a lot of money. But at the same time, it's saving money, if you're already paying for that many people in the first place.
But if they were going to announce the family plan deal, wouldn't they have already done it?
I was thinking they would have done it this week.
I know. So
Yeah.
is it actually going to happen?
They
Well, they're still
expanded to a
piloting
couple
it.
more countries.
Yeah, they're piloting it elsewhere.
I'm wondering if this whole ABK, if this thing would have been done, maybe they would have announced it. Maybe. Who knows?
I
don't
think,
know.
Maybe.
yeah, I think they would have.
Man, look at this.
Yeah, it's a good looking game.
Yeah.
Only thing is, once I found out, I was hoping that you can. So this is Ubisoft game, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So most Ubisoft games, you have a choice. You know, like Far Cry, Assassin, you have a choice to be male or female. So this is the only choice.
In
I
Far,
have not heard anything as far as the character.
I don't think in Far Cry 6 you could do it. You
I
always
thought
had
you
that
could
girl.
play- No, was it always the girl? I thought you could play as a male.
I don't think so.
Far Cry 6.
You know what? I don't care. I'll play.
Yeah. Well,
I know. I mean, it's Star Wars, but I've always used to Ubisoft giving you a choice, so. But maybe
Maybe
because
it's
it's
just-
Star Wars. So.
I was gonna say because of Star Wars license, maybe they just
Yeah.
have to pick and choose.
Yeah.
They don't
so
wanna-
Luke
they don't wanna
Skywalker, you have
confuse-
Lucy. No, it's like
Yeah, you don't want to Lucy.
Mm.
You don't want to confuse the characters because these characters end up coming on screen and being part of the canon. So you can't have male or female of the same character.
Well, I mean, who is this character? Did I miss anything? Did they explain more who this is and
As far as I
where
know,
the
it's-
time period is at?
as far as I know, it's a new story.
yeah.
Well, I mean, not to be mean, but she looks kind of bland though. Doesn't really.
You're not attracted to her?
Interest me.
Is it?
No, Nothing. None of it doesn't matter. None of that stuff. But she
Yeah.
just looks kind of bland. I would rather, as an old trilogy person, Star Wars, I'd rather play Han Solo in this game because that's his world. This whole deal about smugglers and all that, I'd rather
yeah.
be a Han Solo. But that's just me.
Or Lando. I'd love to be. Dude,
even
I'd love
Lando,
to be
yeah.
Lando.
But
that would
they
be a
created
killer
a whole
game.
new character that's like, who is this? You know.
Yeah,
But-
and
Well-
that's what I was thinking was before you even said Solo, I was thinking that it would be in the Solo time era.
Well, they're dealing with the Empire because I saw it during the deal.
Right.
So it could be at the height of the Empire, and you know, I don't know. Here they're set in different outer world, outer galaxy.
But I think if you have, this unknown character, it gives you much more freedom. I mean, look at the same thing with Hogwarts. You're not playing as Harry Potter or any of the
No, I
known
understand.
characters.
That.
It's like
Yeah.
Time period that it's in,
it's
though.
like completely
You know,
free to do whatever, and you don't have to worry too much about just the world. But
No, I understand.
about
And
that.
Star Wars is more than just about Luke and Han, and I might get that. They're trying to branch out to bring other characters. It's just that I don't mind as long as they're interesting. But I guess once you start playing this game and getting her story, because I did like what's her name and the one that was before New Hope that led into New Hope. I'm having a brain fart, Dread.
I was just talking or not talking about. I was just had it in my head.
Jen Urso.
Yeah, Jen Urso.
Oh yeah, Jen Urso. Yeah.
She was an interesting character, and a lot of it was due to her dad and the Death Star. So I guess we'll see once they flesh this out and start playing it and see where she's from and her background.
What if this is Jen Urso?
Well, that's what I would have liked to have that as because
She
she
looks
did
too
have
old.
she had to deal with the smuggler world. That's how she got around
Yeah.
and did her thing, right?
I think the main
Great.
character is that creature. That's rides along on the back.
It could be her, but she looks a lot older,
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell.
so it's hard to tell right now.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we already know how that story ends.
Well, yeah.
So, hey, what's up, Lady Foxfire? And she said
Lady
it's set
Foxfire's
between
in the house.
Empire Strikes Back and Return of Jedi.
Okay. All right. So while everybody's busy, she's off doing this. So I mean, other
so much going
other
on during that time period. There's so
What if-
many stories, right? But
As long as there's some good writing here, I think it'll be okay. Kyle Kyle Katarn's
Catan.
Yeah.
Catan.
Kyle Katarn in
Thank you.
Jedi Survivor. Trying to get all that out in once.
This already looks better than Jedi.
It does. and in the first game in Jedi Outlaw, he was okay. Like, I wasn't attached to him as the main character in Jedi Outcast. It was more just about kind of being a Jedi. But in Jedi Survivor, man, they wrote him well. So of all
this
the
is
things
called
about
Outlaw, right?
Outlaws, yes.
Yeah, I don't
So-
even like that name either for Star Wars. Doesn't sound Star Wars. Outlaw. Have you ever heard them say outlaw in any of the Star Wars movies?
Well, that sets this one apart.
Okay.
No, because
I'm
everything's
gonna play it.
everything's,
I still haven't even played Jedi
yeah, everything's
Survivor
like
yet, so.
Syndicate or this tribe or this
Smugglers.
yeah.
I don't know. I have to go back and read my books. Cal Kestis. That's
Cal
it.
Kestis. But he's so
Cal
now. This
Kestis.
is also really cool too, that you get a little bit of
Some space combat, freely
space combat.
out of orbit.
Brother Yobi.
I do like the wanted level. So, like here in this space combat, as she keeps destroying TIE fighters, her level goes up. The Empire wants her even more. So they send in reinforcements.
This is Grand Theft Star Wars.
Yeah. Yeah. Get those 5 stars. So yeah, I definitely look forward to seeing more of this and definitely want to play it.
Yeah, this is gonna be hot. Did they give and I didn't watch the forward, so I do admittedly, I didn't get a chance to watch the UBI forward. Did they give a release date of 2024 for this? Or, I mean, this is, if they're giving
Yeah, they
this
said
much
24.
gameplay.
Right?
Okay, because if they're giving this much gameplay, they're pretty.
Oh yeah, yeah.
They're pretty far along.
I'm hoping it's early 24.
I wonder how much it relates with, which I'm going to say no, but what about Shadows of the Empire?
Ooh.
Hmm.
Yeah, that would be great.
Right?
Yeah.
Again, bring homage to the other games, the other side characters that nobody knows of, and just kind of bring it back into the forefront.
All right, yeah. Let me let me clarify for everybody, because my inability to speak at 11:20 on a Tuesday night. It's not Kyle Katarn. I never was trying to say Kyle Katarn. Not that's Jedi Knight and Jedi Academy. It's Cal Kestis. Cal is a Jedi that I guess was molded kind of. I don't know if he ever. He was in Darth Vader's timeline, but he's become a very in Survivor. He's basically a really powerful Jedi. Like I would argue he might even be at this stage in his life in the game a stronger Jedi than Obi-Wan, which I'm okay with. He could do a ton.
My only thing is that every time they keep doing all this stuff, that when Disney bought Star Wars, we're gonna clean up, we're gonna redo the canon because there's so much stuff out there in the extended universe, blah blah blah, and what they're doing the same shit. So now you're bringing up all these new characters in these games and books and movies, and so they do bring some stuff from the Legends, which is the extended universe. It's like they called him Cal Kestis, which in the extended universe is Cal Katarn, like y'all were saying from the other games, which was a very good character in Jedi that was part of Luke's Jedi Order in the extended universe. And it's like, why can't you use these characters and bring them into fold and use the same names? And it's like the sequel. They had it all there. You had the twins. Yeah, Jason and Jaina Solo. Jaina Solo could have been the main character in the sequel, you know, and having it and stupid Kylo could have been her brother. He could have been Jason Solo turned into a dark side. But no, they want to make up all this shit that, you know, okay, whatever.
Yeah, no, I'm right
You know
with
how I
you.
feel, Dread.
They got rid of one of my favorite characters, which was Mara Jade, and
Yes.
that totally changed up the whole Luke Skywalker storyline. Because now where's she gonna fit in if they ever bring her back? It could never happen. You know, and now you're gonna create a, you know, eventually they'll create a character like that, but how are they gonna do that properly?
What did they say this character's name was? Do y'all remember?
I don't think did they ever
I
say
thought I
that?
heard Vest, something Vest, or and what would be cool too is like there was, I can't remember the character's name, but Han Solo definitely had a love interest before Leia
Yep.
that he
I
met,
can't
and she
remember
was
her
part
name.
of this world, you know.
Maybe.
And I
it's
think
her.
she was in the movie too, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was in the movie.
So it would have been cool if this was her, because she rose up in the, you know, that world and took over.
Yeah, I don't know that they've. I don't
But-
know that they. I'm looking. Kay Vess
Yeah.
and her companion Nix.
Hey, Vest, Nix. Yeah. Well, we'll find out when the game comes out. So definitely look forward to this. I was happy to see it when they showed it
Well,
on the Xbox showcase.
And
So.
I tell you what, man, Ubisoft knows their engines. This is Snowdrop. I mean, this is.
Yeah, I love Ubisoft games. You know, Far Cry, Assassin. I love their open world. So
Yeah.
Yeah, we also
Speaking
got
of
to see more Assassin's Creed.
Yeah. So man,
the,
you
learn a little bit more about the story and stuff,
Yeah.
which I was excited about, because what they shown previously, they just talked about parkouring and all that stuff, you know, like going back to the old days. But now
Wow.
they showed you more about the story and what to expect, so that was really cool. Now the eagle can get shot down, or at least you know, to clear the area
So,
before the eagle can
Yobi's-
fly again.
So Yobi said the rumor is that Lucas is trying to get his IP back or get it back on the board. I agree. He needs to be
it's
in
been a
control
rumor,
again.
or that he would redo the sequel. So
Yeah.
what I would like for them to do with the sequel is put what if in front of it. You know. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then they redo the sequel, and then you know, have Luke wake up. It's like, man, that was a nightmare. Can't imagine that.
And there's Mara right next to him.
Yeah.
And Cousin Bourne says Cad Bane needs his own game.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, there's a
that-
lot of characters that most
That would
people
have been
don't
a
even
great
know
character
of.
for this game. Yeah.
so
Who knows?
this
They might
is-
see him in this one.
You might.
Yeah.
So this is Mirage, and I mean this has this definitely has the
Back
old
to the
school.
old feel. Yeah.
Yeah, the old school look. I mean, this is. Don't get me wrong. I'm still playing through Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying it. We've got Odyssey that my mother gave Jacob as a gift a couple of Hanukkahs ago. And I'm sure at some point Valhalla would come to Game Pass or something. But you know, these old games are what I really loved. And this has me so intrigued getting back to that original look and feel. Like this isn't
Well, the
really
look, I mean, it's much brighter than the old one, but
Yes.
they created so you can apply a filter to it, so it's the actual coloring would look like the original Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
That's kind of a neat. That is kind of a neat. That's kind of a neat thing. I don't know if I would do it, but
Yeah, I really enjoyed Valhalla. I went backwards. I did Valhalla first, and then I went to go play Origins, which I still need to, of course, finish. But I did play a bit in Origins. I really did like it.
It's huge.
Just being in an environment, the Egyptian era.
Yeah, I love those games.
Yeah, I chose to skip over Valhalla. I just not feeling it.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like an Assassin's Creed game.
Yeah, I
Feels like
mean the whole Vikings, coming and into the England and kind of wreaking havoc. But I really enjoyed it. I think one of my favorite Assassin's Creed is Black Flag. But
Yes, definitely.
Everybody says that.
Yeah.
I need to go back and play that.
Yeah, that was really
will-
good. I mean, if you like Pirate, the whole thing.
Yeah,
with pirates
yeah.
and stuff, that's fantastic. There's another one that I have not played, or I started up and then I didn't play it. It's also from the 360 days. I forgot what it was called.
In the
One of
360
those-
game.
What's that, brother? I don't know what it's
Unity?
called.
Brotherhood?
Unity.
No. It's not Unity. I don't.
No,
there was
Unity was Xbox.
No.
the one with
one
the
after?
where they're in Ireland.
Brother and sister.
Revelation.
It's also it might have been right after Black Flag. I think.
Syndicate.
Either right. Yeah.
Rogue.
Rogue. Yeah, Rogue.
Hmm.
I have not played that one.
Well, Syndicate though had a brother and sister.
Yeah,
that was
Syndicate
the,
Syndicate had,
and,
Evie and Jacob.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I've actually just pulled up chronology. So the original Assassin's Creed, of course, was one of my favorite characters, Altair. And then 2 in Brotherhood and Revelations was Ezio, who was also very good. 3 lost me with Haytham Kenway.
Yeah,
lost.
that was my least favorite one.
And then yeah. So I skipped I stopped playing Assassin's Creed after that. I was so turned off by the series. And then Unity was a mess. I didn't play Syndicate, and then I got into Origins.
The internet made it worse than it was.
I was gonna say they fixed Unity from what it was when they first came out.
Yeah, you should play it now. It plays at 60 FPS and stuff. It's
Does it?
like, yeah.
Okay.
Eagle flies at 120 FPS.
Yes. No, probably. What was it like in Valhalla when they fly at like 10 FPS or something like that? It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, I am enjoying Origins. I really am. But this is the game. This is the type of game I wanted to that I want to play. This is. I'm an old man at this point, right? You know. This appeals to me.
Mm-hmm.
Now on
Just-
the other side, go ahead.
I was gonna say, just do me a favor, keep the animus out of this.
Yes,
And yeah,
I agree. That's yeah.
Nothing worse than trying to, go through the storyline and then get sucked out into another storyline.
It breaks the
That's
immersion.
slow.
It's the same thing in Valhalla. You had when you would go to the mythical world. That bothered me too. It's like it's.
And then you had to do some platforming and
Yeah, that too.
right? Yeah.
I'm looking to see if there's any.
When is this one coming out? I know it's
October.
coming this year, right? October? Wow.
October.
After Motorsport, maybe I've got the
20th,
exact
I
date.
think, right? I thought I saw
October
20th,
12th.
maybe. 12th.
There's
okay.
so
12.
many games.
Yeah, I think
I
Motorsport
know.
is the 10th. This is the 12th or something like that.
I'll
That's
tell you
like,
right now,
man,
it's
it's
gonna-
jam packed.
It's going to be Starfield for me in Motorsport, when I get a break from pretty much in the fall.
That sucks because one of the games is has to be shelved for a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just have gaming ADD like I have and just play them all and never finish them.
Yeah.
Oh, I've been there. I got to go back to Hogwarts and Origin. Peter got after me because I was like, I was going to wait on Valhalla. And no, go back and finish it. And then go to. Yeah, okay.
Now, the other Assassin's Creed game that I'm got a little intrigue in is this for VR.
Yeah. Looks really
And
good.
I want to. I Nexus looks neat.
Is this $1,000 cheaper than the Apple one? $2,000 cheaper at least?
Yes.
Yeah, this is for the Meta, right?
Yep.
The Quest 2.
And this will
Yep.
run on Quest 2 and 3.
Yeah.
So
I think
by the
all
time
Quest
this-
2 is compatible with 3.
Really?
They are all compatible, and
Wow.
there is a firmware coming out for the Quest 2 that is going to give it a 25% bump in CPU and like a 15% bump in GPU capability. So I mean, they're going to make the Quest 2 stronger.
Well, they need to justify
So-
the $399 if they're not going to bring the cost down.
I was gonna say, are they reducing the spying on you and everything that they're doing, all that tracking to get that extra boost in power because it's not watching everything you do? Maybe.
Okay, here's
Does it
everything,
have to
just
be
like your
online?
phone.
Hardy har. There's nothing. I don't.
But this one is like, I'm seriously thinking about picking up a Quest.
I do want to
Just
get
for
one.
this
My
game.
daughter, my daughter
I
asked
love
for
it.
one last Christmas. so-
I'm just telling you. I was more impressed with the Quest 2 than I thought I was going to be. Like I thought it was, I've already got a PSVR. It's going to look like that. No. The Quest 2 is probably a shade below the PSVR 2. The PSVR 2 has a little more power in it, but there's some impressive stuff on the Quest 2, and I am very impressed with it.
I wonder if you play this in VR, you accidentally stab somebody. Like, oh, sorry.
Relic says it also makes Zuckerberg stronger.
yeah.
So now,
Yeah.
Peter, you and I, who have played this before, the Crew Motorfest caught my attention.
I did
I
see
was always
that
a-
when they say
I was-
Hawaii. I was like,
Yeah, it's like, hey,
it
yeah.
I
brought
was
me
always
back to the
Test
Test Drive
Test Drive.
Unlimited.
Yeah, 1 and 2 were in Hawaii,
Yep.
so I was intrigued. But I got to see more.
I
I-
like. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I did see some people that they didn't. I guess when they played the beta, they weren't too happy with it. But it's beta.
Yeah, let's see what it does, because
Yeah.
I've been a fan of the Crew, and the good thing about it is I've always felt like the Crew could coexist with Forza because they were in totally different places. So, Forza
Yeah.
Forza 4 was in or Forza 3 was England and France, southern France or something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head. Forza Horizon 4 was in Australia. Forza Horizon 5 is in Mexico. The Crew was in the United States. And now the Crew Motorsport is going to be in Hawaii. So it almost is like, well, where do I
Motorfest.
want to drive? Motorfest, sorry. The Crew Motorfest. Where, and it's coming out in September. So where do you want to drive? Do you want to drive, if you want to drive in Hawaii, fire up the Crew. If you want to drive in Mexico, fire up Horizon. I think there's room for this game to coexist with the motorsports or the
there is.
Horizon series.
Some people want the arcadey stuff, like Horizon. They're not into the sim, Forza, a little more serious motorsport stuff. So, yeah, there's definitely room for this. And if it comes out, launches well, and it's well received and word spreads, then that's good. Maybe that's why we're not getting the Test Drive Solar Crown this year, because I thought they were going to launch this year, but it doesn't seem like it is. So we didn't see that anywhere.
No,
right? In none of these
you haven't.
showcases.
You have not heard a word about Test Drive.
It's been a while. Yeah.
Yeah. Who's making that?
It used to be Atari, but someone else bought it. I can't remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hold on. Test Drive, Solar
Oh, is it
Crown
now?
is the name of it.
What are they called?
KT Racing and published by Nacon.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about KT Racing. They're a French development game studio. Oh, they're the official developer of the WRC games.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm
they
not
know
sure
driving.
if that. Yeah, they do, but I'm not sure if that gives me.
You see, like some of the people on the crew were the same people that were making the Test Drive 1 and 2. That it was they were French studio.
Right.
So I think they some of them switched over to Ubisoft to start on the crew. Because I remember when I first played it, there were definitely some similar elements.
Well, and the publisher has done a bunch of games. They published a lot of the WRC games, but they also published like Asterix and Rugby 15 and
so they bought the rights and then they gave it to the.
Yeah, they published a bunch of stuff on Nintendo 3DS. They published Sherlock Holmes: The Devil's Daughter, which I thought was really good. So they've got a long string of stuff that they've published. They're working on Peter, I think let me take a look here. I think they might have published Greedfall. Because they've got Greedfall 2 listed for next year.
Yeah, Greedfall was a great game. Love that game.
I know you did. Oh, they're publishing RoboCop Rogue City too. The RoboCop game coming out. I know Jago's talked about. Ooh, Sir X said Forza Horizon 3 was the greatest Horizon period.
It was very good. I think I enjoyed that one more than the 4.
I think 1 and 2, the story was better with getting your bracelets and stuff.
Yeah, but after 3, it was kind of like I was done with the festival. So I'm kind of hoping. I know we talked about it before, but I'm hoping Playgrounds moves away from the Horizon and maybe jumps on Project Gotham. Reviving that.
That'd be nice.
Love that.
Yeah.
Now onto a quick game that I'm not gonna lie, I'm having trouble with. And maybe again I have a different feel of what I want it to be, but I'm not at all feeling Prince of Persia.
Really?
New, no.
I did like the way it looked. I know some people said it looked better than when they first showed it.
Yes.
Um,
I'm having some issues with, and maybe I just need to get my hands on it. There's a little bit of some of the combat is a little bit reminiscent of like the Warrior Within. I don't know. It's pulled away from the Prince of Persia, the formula that I liked so much. And I'm not sure if I'm going to like it. I don't know that I like this total action thing, right?
Yeah, I think they're trying to modernize it.
Yeah.
Trying to, balance it. But
I just think with them pulling the original one back out to rework on it and then giving us this, kind of threw it off a little bit.
Yeah, I'm not feeling the action on it.
Yeah.
Prince of Persia was never a heavily action-based game, so and yeah, they just showed that Yobi is, you're supposed to rescue the prince. So I mean, it looks cool. It's got a good look to it. I don't want to take away from its graphics. It is a 2D side-scrolling platformer, and everybody knows I have a soft spot for those. I don't know. I'm just there's something about it that's just rubbing me wrong. And
It's not Mario. That's all it is.
it's not Prince of Persia.
No.
So. Marceau says he doesn't like that the Prince of Persia character looks like he comes straight from Fortnite.
But that's what the kids like nowadays.
I know. Well, not
Does he
all
do
the
his
See that
kids.
in more games,
Apparently, Fortnite isn't the big game anymore. I don't know how that happened, but Seth said
eventually that was going to happen.
Seth said the kids at school don't play it the Fortnite much anymore.
Well, I can tell you this: they're not doing the dances to me anymore during Halloween.
Yeah.
No.
My daughter still does it. She's 10. She do some of the dances, but
No,
not
I'll tell
because
you
of
what.
Fortnite though.
I
They
tell
don't
you
play
what, Seth's current obsession, other than helping me play Amico stuff, has been Doom Eternal. Like, he beat Doom Eternal, and now he's going back and playing it again to get all the stuff he missed.
See, but he's getting older, and those are the games that appeal to him now, right? A little bit more serious,
Yeah.
My daughter's
Well-
10. She doesn't play Fortnite. She's still doing Minecraft.
That's-
Minecraft and
Daughter
Mortal
likes
Kombat.
Minecraft
right.
and Mortal Kombat.
Mine
That'd
still
be a
does
heck of a match.
Roblox. She plays with her friends, so she.
Oh, she's not allowed to play Roblox.
Yeah, I'm trying
I wish I
very
could.
hard to keep
Yeah.
Roblox.
My wife handles that, so I.
Roblox is blocked here.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm close
It
to
got
doing
banned. She made a purchase somehow, and we're like,
Mm.
what?
that. Oh.
Yeah, so it got banned very quickly. And then we found out all the other extra stuff that was going on. We're like, nope, that's it.
Yeah, that's what bothers me about Fortnite is all the
I do worry about it. Yeah.
you know.
No,
Yeah,
that was
no, you're
Roblox,
right.
not Fortnite.
Yeah.
He's
She's
growing
not allowed
up.
to play Fortnite.
Seth's growing up. He's getting heavier into, Halo and Doom, and actually Jacob's been upstairs playing Perfect Dark. I think he's trying to beat Perfect Dark 0.
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, I mean, and I actually told Seth that the original Doom games, because he's like, well, what's your favorite remade character or whatnot? I'm like, well, I mean, they're just, Doom is just kind of a generic first-person shooter to me now, although I really like it. I more remember the original games, and I'm like, if you want to see what the original games look like, they're on Game Pass. And he's like, they are? So, he may have to get introduced to the originals. So anyway.
Yeah, I did play the original Prince of Persia, but I wasn't really a big fan of all that, but the series. But I do like the way this looks. I mean, when I first saw it.
I'm just having trouble with it.
Yeah.
Um,
I know Sean and Yobi like it.
yeah, and that's okay. That's cool. So, unfortunately, there were some things that the Ubisoft revealed that made me kind of cringe. This mashup. Come on. Roller Champions and Jet. I get it. There's a Jet Set. I mean, Jet Set Radio is all about rollerblading, but I want a new Jet Set Radio. Give me a new. This is like putting Conquer into what was that? Project
Ash.
Spark. You're right.
Yeah.
It was like putting that. No, give me a Jet Set radio game. So that was one of the things, and this is just here. This is for you, Peter. The the crown jewel of the Ubisoft lineup. Just Dance 2024.
Without Connect.
Yeah,
So bad.
that's what I was saying too. No Connect. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, brother Nick.
My daughter enjoyed playing the dance on the Switch.
Well, here's the new version of it.
Yeah.
So, and here's our next copyright claim.
But they show people dancing. What does it look like in the game?
Well, none of them are holding.
Okay, now they show the
Joy-Con.
game character.
There we go.
Coming.
Because only a dream.
Right.
No Connect.
Exactly.
Didn't we already learn that we don't need to do anything? We can just lay on the couch and bowl.
Yeah.
Right.
They can do the same thing with their hands sitting down, doing nothing. So again,
More or
it doesn't
less.
really. I don't know.
Now, one of the other big ones was Avatar.
Well, yeah, Avatar was a big one. Ubisoft. There
Yeah.
some good things on that.
And we probably have to start wrapping up because it's 11:49. So,
Well, y'all keep going.
but well,
Are we just getting started?
you
I
know,
know. I'm already getting a second win, I think.
this looked pretty cool. I'm not a big fan of the Avatar movies, but
Not really enjoyed the movies.
Yeah, it did look
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
but this is shaping up to be pretty nice.
Yeah.
So I did
And
not
it's
get
Ubisoft,
the
so-
Sonic trailer, and it's Ubisoft.
And know how to do those open worlds.
Yeah, they do those very well.
Amazing that we've heard some struggles with Ubisoft, right? With the issues they've had with, and where's Evil Beyond 2, right? But here they are. They got a Star Wars game, and then they got this. So maybe they're not too worried about Evil Beyond Evil 2.
Yeah, it's like Half-Life 3. So, I'll probably pass on this myself just because again I'm not big into the Avatar universe, but this looks amazing. This looks really good.
Did have
a
you
great
been
night,
to
Brother
the
Relic.
Pandora at Disney? You went, right, Peter?
Say again.
The Pandora at Disney?
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
I-
cool.
I have, but
Sure
I've
you
not
have, yeah.
ridden that ride.
Yeah, I did the ride. That was great.
I did everything else but that ride, and it was just always so long. My wife and my daughter got a chance to get on there, and they said it was great. And then they said, "Oh, it wasn't that good." Sure, because I wasn't there. Trying to make me feel better.
Yeah.
Sean,
No, but just the experience.
Sean, I love your enthusiasm, but there is no shot that this game would run on the VCS. None whatsoever.
Yeah, it would.
There is
would.
no way this.
It would.
No way this game would run on the Atari VCS.
It would. 0 FPS still means it runs.
With cloud, maybe.
There you go. If it ever comes to Xbox Cloud streaming, Sean, you just fire up the Cloud Beta app on the VCS and play it that way, which it does have.
Mm-hmm.
No, but no, there's no shot. No shot.
So this is December.
Yeah, this is December.
Wow.
Yeah.
Have a good
Even
night,
if you-
nephew Myke.
Yeah, good night, Mike. Even if you made it look like Roadblocks or Minecraft, you couldn't handle this. Sorry.
No.
As PC specs, no.
Yeah, and this is being played on PC. Oh. It's never coming. Anything is possible. VCS 2 that's as strong as a powerful PC. This isn't even. I don't even think this is Xbox Series X or PlayStation 5 footage. This is running on a high-end friggin' PC.
Yeah.
Point blank.
They would have to take ET and change them blue and say, "Here you go."
You would have there'd be no backgrounds. The background would just be a black screen and just your character walking through it. So there's no way this is a platform impossibility. There is absolutely no chance I would actually put real money on this on the under of this ever coming to the Atari VCS. And I love my Atari VCS. Atari VCS.
They're gonna play FSR3, and then it will.
And it will. Oh, I love you, Sean. You are my. I love his enthusiasm. I truly do. I truly do. So, there were other things I didn't get a chance to capture, and we're kind of hitting the 2.5 hour mark. So we can save some stuff for next week too, because there was stuff by Devolver.
Yeah.
There was stuff by Capcom. There was stuff. There's the Future Games show. There's the PC Games show. There is a ton more. We're gonna spend the next month, I'm thinking, just talking about the games we saw.
Xbox showed more, 10, 11 indie games, Xbox coming to Game Pass. And there was a couple there that looked interesting. I haven't seen it, but that what they showed today, but I need to catch up on that. Yeah.
I don't know if did I grab that? And there's other stuff like Jason and Clockwork.
I'll tell you what.
I mean, there's a ton more for us to
Clockwork,
look at.
about
The 33 Mortals. When they first showed it, I had no interest in it. But they did show it today.
Oh,
and
it's Phil Spencer.
Yeah, for those that didn't see it, I won't spoil it for you. But that actually made me more interested in playing it, just because of the premise, what they did. And I will spoil this part. There's supposed to be 33 players. The team didn't even have 33 players to test it out. So kind of put that in perspective, and they still nailed it. And Phil kept on saying, "This is my first time playing this. It is so cool. Totally not my style of game, but it got me intrigued into it just by watching them play." And Phil's like, "This is my first time. It's just kind of one of those easy games to get in, but difficult to master." Vampire Survivors is one of those type of games,
Yep.
And I think this is one of those also that just will capture you, especially when you see more about it. I don't want to say much more, but yeah, definitely check it out. It's
Oh, hold on. So Neon White's finally coming. This was a pretty neat game, from what I remember. So is this the trailer? I grabbed a trailer.
Yeah.
That
yeah.
said ID at Xbox. So
Yeah.
let me start this over because yeah, here we go. 10 new indie games. So another Crab's Treasure. Looks kind of neat. Little Kitty Big City. This is a cat simulator.
Looks like my cat. Well, my cat's a tuxedo cat.
Yeah. Oh, look at this.
Sylvester.
Yeah. Sea of Stars.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I didn't even grab next week. We gotta talk about the Sea of Thieves stuff.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, the Monkey Island.
Jesus, yeah. So we got more to talk. We definitely have more to talk about. This is not gonna. We're gonna spend a couple of weeks talking about games, rather than try to go through all of them tonight.
You want to know what I found that was really interesting about all this? The past few days, all we've done was talk about games.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Nothing else. No merger. I mean, there's been a few cheap shots here and there, but other than that, it's all about games, and that was the beauty of this week so far.
Absolutely, and there is development. Sadly enough, in the the FTC finally pulled the trigger. Look at this! Whoa, hold on. The Wandering Village. Look at this thing. You're on the back of
That looks cool. Yeah, I know. I remember seeing that.
All we need is a freaking Mandalorian, because that's a mythosaur, and it'll take it out.
Yeah.
Nice. What else was that? There was felt like there was something I was about to leave us with, the kind of the last thing. And now I can't remember what it was. Oh. Yeah, I got to show this joke. Sensei, brother Sensei in the house. What's going on?
No, Sensei.
This game's never coming out.
Well, Nate's playing it.
Maybe it's one of those games that they keep the promise alive for years.
Did they show that at the Ubisoft deal?
Just this.
Yeah.
But no date, no nothing.
Nothing.
But why
No.
show it?
Well, they had a band playing, or well, not really
Yeah.
a band.
This is the group Home Free. They're an acoustic. They're a acapella group.
Yeah. But they,
I mean, it'd be nice if this game came out and it looked like this. Because what I like about the concept is this does not look like a Sea of Thieves clone. It almost looks a little bit like Black Flag.
well,
Yeah.
it should.
Is this Skull and Bones the extended delay edition?
Yeah, I don't
I mean,
know
it
why
looks-
they keep showing it when they're not gonna,
Right.
give some kind of date.
Well, they did have a beta. Closed
They did?
beta.
Yeah.
They did.
It might have been an alpha, but it was a beta per se.
I think
Yeah.
it was an alpha.
My
and I
buddy
think
Nate's been playing it. And he
Nate-
likes it.
Yeah. But
I know me, Peter, and
That was
Mike.
a beta, open source or like this. I don't
Yeah.
think Nate.
Oh, not Nate. Oh, I thought Nate was in it too. But I know at a point that when they showed this a while back, and us three were interested in it. We were even thinking about getting it, even at full price,
Oh,
right? You know, so we can
there
stream
is
it.
Closed beta in August. So this might be a 2024 game.
Another beta.
Yeah, I
Close,
don't. If I was them, I would not release that this year. Do a closed beta, do the holidays, and then, you know, get a
And
better
then get
feel
it out
for-
next year.
Yeah.
I think they've pumped so much money in this game that they want to bring it out.
We're in agreement
Yeah.
then. 30-25.
There we go.
That's the price.
So, so there's so many games that we haven't even talked about, and I'd actually be okay leaving some of this for next week so that we can just keep talking about games and stuff.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I'm sure there'll be more news as we go on with more games, more information that'll drop.
Mm-hmm.
It won't be cut off. You know, here's your information, go, and then done. So I'm sure we'll have more to see.
Yeah. Yeah, we still got a lot to talk about. And you got
No pun
Gamescom in
intended.
August, right?
Yeah. No, we're just to keep talking about this stuff for as long as we can. So we'll hold some game talk. We'll hold some of this stuff till next week. Brother Bigblock's in the house. Brother Sensei, my great grandkids will enjoy this. Oh, that's funny. Play it day one with Ubisoft Plus.
There you go. See, this is what you can
have
do
it.
is like you just get Ubisoft Plus for a month.
And
And play this
Ubisoft
game
Plus will
for
be
it.
available in game with Game Pass in 2024. You heard it here
Mhm.
first.
Mm.
You heard it here first. I'm calling it. So here's the other thing too: is that I think just as a final kind of aside, it was a strong couple of days of game showings.
Yeah.
You know, even with the things that we're missing, there's still a ton to see, and 2024 is going to be stacked. I know it sounds like it's far off, but gotta remember we're in June. So
Even
Big
the
Man
rest
Mo.
of this year is stacked with games.
Yep.
My goodness.
Yeah. So I'm fine with 2024 being the way it is, because it's gonna
Yeah,
be
I mean- No, I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Go ahead.
no. I was stopping my sentence.
Ah. No, I mean, that's why I always say I never have a problem when Xbox, PlayStation have a slow year, because there's always plenty of third-party stuff to play on these consoles. So
I mean, most of it's like third party.
I know. So yeah, people like their big AAA first-party stuff, but it is what it is. I mean, this is Sony's slow year, but you still got a lot of these games that you can still play on the PlayStation 5 if that's your preferred platform. You know what I mean? So.
I always say first party doesn't benefit the gamers. It benefits the platform holder. They want to
It
rope you in.
does, but it does attract people to, I want to buy this.
Yeah,
like, I guess,
right. Yeah. Now you have to get whatever it is. I mean, it's
Yeah.
beneficial for the platform holder.
it is more so. And then like Xbox, it's more beneficial for as they get more of these games in Game Pass, like they did in Showcase.
Right.
Right? Quite a few in Game Pass.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's why
That's a big draw.
that's a,
Hey,
it's a huge draw.
Hey,
Big Man Mo.
want to say good evening to Big Mad Mo, Brother Mo, and Brother Geeks with Cash is here.
What?
I mean, I think that's why the Xbox show was so exciting, because each time I was like, Game Pass, Game Pass. Like, yeah, it's
Yeah.
not first party, but Game Pass. I get excited
Game Pass,
about it.
Game Pass, Game
Did
Pass.
I can try out those games, you know, even though they, if they were not in Game Pass, I might not have touched them at all.
did
I had to at least experience it.
PlayStation deal did not? Did they even mention their? What is it? What is their Game Pass called? PS Plus or tiers?
PlayStation
And
Plus. Yeah.
Did they even mention anything about it? Like this is in.
Nope.
Right, because
No.
I know their stuff doesn't go on day one, but some third-party stuff could have been announced in that, right? But they didn't even announce any of that, right? PlayStation Plus.
Didn't they have one game that would go in there day one?
I thought
The third party one?
I thought
I
there
forgot
was,
what it
but
was.
yeah.
It's not being huge, because I've remembered.
But also too, that one thing that I noticed from the PlayStation Showcase, the Summer Games, is that they all pretty much were in the same boat as far as how they announced the dates. They all just said the year, 23, 24, unless there were a couple that were for sure, yeah, it's coming out. And then, of course, Spider-Man 2, they gave the actual date, but that's not a guarantee either. That could still be delayed.
I mean,
Exactly.
anything can.
There's no,
right?
you know,
I mean, if they're predicting the end of the year, and they're saying 2024, it could get pushed back into 2025
Yeah.
at the beginning of the year. So it just depends on. I mean, we look at this year. We got October. It starts in August, and October is full of games.
yeah. So these games
So
could
we're-
still get delayed,
Mhm.
like
They
last
could
year.
get,
I mean,
they
every
get
year.
pushed out because there's just too much
Yeah.
flooding the market.
Yep. Yep. So I would expect that as we're getting closer to the fall. Some of these guys, well, sorry, but we're gonna move to 24.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, then you have
possible.
strategic releases. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what I think you're gonna see more of. Is that kind of stuff? No.
As long as the games are done, I don't care.
No. All right, I have them spread like every month, you know?
Yeah.
A big one. Instead
Like
of having
since-
them all like in October, it's like,
Yeah.
geez,
No,
it's
that's
like-
why I like we talk about Hellblade 2, and let's say, and you got Avowed, where would those two go? Maybe one in the fall, one in the spring, but what else is coming out too? So, like if Fable were to come out next year,
It
I don't think that's
probably
gonna-
won't come out next year.
probably it won't. But
As much
you
as
never
I
know.
want it to, it probably
Yeah.
won't.
Yeah.
It'll probably be the 2025 holiday.
Yeah, because I
Yeah.
think if it was they would have said 24.
Yeah, and then Perfect Dark probably would be 25, 26 holiday,
Probably. Yeah.
depending
We'll find
on
out next
how bad
Depending
of a
on what
state.
it is.
next
Yeah.
Xbox
Yeah.
showcase if they save that for the Game Awards.
Could
Like,
be a
It could be.
February release if it's like, didn't turn out too great. Still want to
Say
release
that,
it
sir.
in Game Pass.
I give it a benefit of doubt. It's a big game. There's a lot there they want to do. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Need more time to cook.
Oh.
I don't know, but Perfect Dark should be a little bit more linear, so it shouldn't be too.
Yeah, we'll find out. I mean, I
Too good
would
for
like
him.
it to be more like the Tomb Raiders, the trilogy that we just had. So
Mhm.
or maybe a little bit more to it or whatever. But yeah,
Right.
Well, and then you have all the other games too that were announced earlier. What's the one called? State of Decay 3.
Yeah, we've been waiting on that one
Yeah.
for a while,
yeah.
So that one is still in the hopper somewhere.
and they just released an update on too. Update number
Yeah.
33.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to jump back on that. So yeah, I didn't expect that. Oh shit, we stayed on long enough for Parent Pluck. What's up, Parent Pluck? You showed
What?
up.
There we go.
Made it.
Okay, now it's time to wrap up. Thanks for.
Parent Pluck's here. It's time to go.
Wonder when the MGS remake is going to come out. Probably 2024. So, all right. So I am though gonna go ahead and start getting us out the door. Dread, thanks for
Yeah,
dropping in tonight, man.
Yeah, I wish I would have known. I would have stopped in earlier. I was just like, all right, I'll just start listening. and just kind of going like that. And had I
No, you're
known, I would
invited
have. I would
every
have.
week, sir.
Well, I already said last week I would be here because I'm on vacation, and then I heard somebody else was going to be here. I said, no, never mind. Let him have the
Yeah.
spotlight. I don't want to crowd his first showing, and hopefully everything's fine. But if I would have known sooner, I would have been here sooner. But better late than never.
Absolutely, always.
So, yeah, it's always a
So-
pleasure to be here. It's been a while. It's been long enough.
It has been.
Since Sunday. But an actual Tuesday
like-
podcast. So
Yeah, actual
yeah.
Yeah.
Thursday.
You know, Dread.
podcast.
You know, Dread was not on with us on Sunday, right?
I'm
Huh?
sorry?
Chris, you know, Dread was not on with us Sunday.
Well, I know back was Sir
No.
X-Men. Oh,
Back.
Chris and I
Sorry.
were on in the
we were
Good Morning
me and him
Xbox.
were on.
You guys
Sunday
were on Good Morning Xbox.
Yeah.
That's what I meant.
I knew what he meant.
Man,
I got gray in my
Man.
beard. Shit.
Lord have
Yeah,
mercy.
all the podcasts start fusing.
I knew what
We
he
started
meant.
to run
Yeah,
together.
You do.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start rolling us out of here. Thanks again, Dread. It's awesome having you. Whenever you're able to, you know that. And tell everybody where to find you.
Yes, it's Dreadpool. The O's are zeros on Twitter. Everywhere else, it's one or the other. YouTube is O's. Just look it up, Dreadpool. You see the iconic character that I have. But again, every Sunday, you're gaming Beyond the Box at 7. Every Friday, Breakfast with Boom at 10, and then Sunday mornings I'm helping out the Iconic Video Games podcast with Axel and
Yep.
Cool Cat Terry. So I'm a resident guest for now until they can find a third. And tomorrow night I'm actually going to be on the Game Complainers, filling in for Frank. So they'll be in at about 10:30.
Yeah.
So-
I like those guys.
I met them. Oh wait, we met them at the Amico.
We
At
did.
Amico Fest. Yes.
We did meet them at Amico Fest. I do like those guys. They Plug says, "All right, I did my part. Bye."
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. No, that sounds awesome. I interested, very, very interested in that. When is that again?
Tomorrow night about 10:30.
Okay. All
It
right.
just depends on what time they start. They don't always start right away, so that's why I say 10:30 typically.
Gotcha.
They run late like you guys,
Well,
so it's
yeah, I know.
it's a good time. We joke around, have fun. Sarcasm at its best. Some people don't get it, but that's fun. Yeah, they're a great group of guys. One of the guys
No,
are
they
out, so
really-
I'm going to fill in for them.
Yeah, they really are. So, very cool. By the way, I do want to just give a quick shout out to Panda Sub 2000. He debuted and didn't realize he was doing it tonight. He premiered his latest episode of Master Debaters over on his channel, and I was honored to take part in the very first one of those. And that we had a great time debating some really cool topics. So this time around, I know DJC Game Studios and Cyrus were on there. So go check out Panda Sub 2000's channel. Always good stuff. And he was on with us Sunday. And like I said, as a PlayStation guy, he was very very happy with the Xbox conference. So, all right. So, hey, I want to give a shout out to all the people who had been watching us over on Rumble. Thank you guys so much. We're happy to be branching out into a new format to see what we can, see how we can make things work. And what I'm going to do is start working on kind of figuring out how to make the chat look a little more pleasing. You know, maybe I can work with Jay a little bit to maybe design the screen a little bit better and throw both chats, maybe one on each side. Maybe figure out, you know, where else we could put the topics. Maybe instead of doing a topic list, we just put a topic, and let me figure it out. So, but in the meantime, thank you guys all over, you know, of course, over here on YouTube, but on Rumble as well. And we're looking forward to putting more content up there. Maybe giving some exclusive streams and things over there. And so yeah, thank you guys for watching. So Peter, where can they find you?
Well, here every Tuesday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And you can find me on Xbox at GameTag HDK. You can find me everywhere else, HDK 360, which is like PlayStation Network, Twitter, Meta, whatever. Even though I don't have a VR headset yet.
Okay.
Ooh, you just got a new follower.
Nice. Thank you, Dredd.
You're welcome.
Chris, where can we find you?
Well, of course, you can find me here every Tuesday night, and on Xbox at Fastback 6768. Oh yeah, and Twitter too. Same thing.
All right. And then as for me, of course, I'm right here on the NLG channel, Tuesday nights at 9:30, and doing some streaming here and there. You'll find me on Twitter at NLG Mullis. You'll find me on Xbox as Stinger NLG, one of my original names. You'll find me on PlayStation at the original NLG, and the Atari VCS, you'll find me at NLG Mullis. And on the Switch, you won't find me at all because I don't play Switch. So, and of course, our official Next Level Gaming Twitter is OG_NL Gaming. And hey, for those of you who are on YouTube, check out our Gamers United Guild YouTube channels down below. There are some folks that are in the GUG that are coming over to Rumble as well. Go Game Go has started his channel. Turns out Retro Renegades has a channel. So I'm going to work on getting their Rumble channels into the GUG description below. But otherwise, check them out. Thank you, chat, on both sides. And hey, Dredd has now popped into the Rumble chat. I'm going to figure out how to make both of them look nice, I promise. But chat, you guys are always awesome. You help make us what we are. We really appreciate it. And yes, Brother X, can't wait to get back on your show and do some yelling. You know we're right here. So, thank you, everybody. We love you. Thursday might do some more Jedi Survivor streaming. Might start getting into some other stuff too, because I've got to get moving on some other content. So we shall see. All right. Have a great night, everybody. We will see you soon. I'm going to figure out how to get both streams closed out. But in the meantime, we'll see you later. Pick up a controller, get some gaming in. Play on, gamers.
Game on.
Adios.